Tiermaker Roulette.
The grand fucking return.
Yeah.
It's been far too long.
It has been. It's been
We
like a
could
week.
pretend that these have all been the same session, but that's blatantly not true.
Yeah, that would just be a lie. It's like, middle of February right now.
Like what? We sat there for like 9 hours straight recording Tiermaker videos? No, come on.
That would be, like, genuinely really unhinged in, like, a worrying way. NFL or
Yeah, this is a reroll.
Let me find an eagle and put him on top. Like, go birds. But,
Yeah. Let's find fucking...
This is a post-Super Bowl video, by the way. We know that we won. So...
Yeah.
Spider-Man games.
Spider-Man games?
I have not played any of these, but this is like a good idea for a tier maker, at least. The best.
Me neither. But PS1 Spider-Man, the first one on the list.
I have actually played this one. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Wait. Reroll. That's the game where you can put in eel nats, and it's the cheat code that unlocks everything. Yeah. It's also the game where the ground isn't rendered, and if you go there, you die.
Yeah. MCU heroes and villains. Like, if it wasn't like literally a billion of them, and it wasn't like all the live action
fucking
ones.
Cat, What's that little cat in the ball?
Huh?
Who's that?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Someone's gonna comment and then like be like, "Oh, that's Narcophorus the Dark. That's like Marvel's version of Talkie Tawny from Captain Marvel stuff."
He's being added in the next Marvel Rivals update.
Yeah, okay. Hell's Kitchen third placers? That's really funny.
Like, yeah. Who's that opinionated on Hell's Kitchen?
Like, not just the Hell's Kitchen. The
third place candidate.
The bronze medalists.
Like, bearing in mind, by the way, that the people making this didn't get to eat their food.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna fucking spoil it for you. This is the tier that all these people belong in.
That guy came in second place.
Nope, I'm just having
She came in fourth.
Having some trouble with the mouse, that's all. Like, this is the tier all these people belong in, like, inherently. That's what bronze medal means. Like, that's third place. It's the B tier in the tier maker system.
Yeah. Thanks to Real Toasters, very free.
I forgot that we were making a habit of, like, judging these people's usernames.
Yeah. Best avatar of Drip Pico.
So many fucking Roblox ones, dude. I did not miss the Roblox ones.
No, me neither. I don't think having a blacklist would be good, because this wouldn't be as fun, but, this sounds... Like, what is this?
Like, it's verses by someone. I don't know who Woody Goldchild is, but...
Yeah, let's just reroll. Fuck you, Dav. So
someone's gonna be like, "No, you're out of touch. He's like the hot new thing out of Memphis or wherever," and I don't think that's true. Probably
all Fortnite weapons.
Okay, I'm not even gonna talk. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that one.
We should have put Deku in the S tier.
Okay.
Deku smashes in Fortnite.
All Way songs. This is like idol stuff, like K-pop group or something, probably.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. Sorry, I only listen to good idols.
Alright, we don't need to be that kind. We don't need to be that level of antagonistic. I don't know anything about Way.
Yeah, you're inferior K-pop, my superior J-pop.
What is Team Fortress Classic?
That's Team Fortress 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody plays that. That's why TF2 is still a thing.
We're on a bit of a dry run. We're like 5 minutes into the video already.
Fuck off! I don't care about just upcoming.
DAE want to talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Why do we have so many fucking Marvel ones?
Yeah, here's my fucking
1.19 black and white. Fuck off.
Here's my power scaling arguments for why Loki could defeat Ultron or whatever the fuck. Who cares? Vandal. It's just like guns with different
Fucking
paint
gun
jobs.
skins.
I'm so mean
We got
in
like
these
fucking
videos, and for
Skyrim
what?
bard songs or something.
Viewers? What?
Okay, there's one direct priority. Put that in S.
Wait, hold on. You're right. Yeah, it's I.
Yeah.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Move on there. Fuck you, Lino Ascent, unless you're in Webcore, in which case I.
Killer.
I don't care.
I don't know what this is.
We'll get there.
We're being so mean, and then you and I both.
981.
Yeah, you're being so mean, and then you and I both pop for a mention of fucking Wonder Egg priority. What does that tell you about?
Yeah.
Just like
I don't care about Hypixel games.
this is just like
Hypixel
Marvel.
is a Minecraft server. No, Hypixel is a Minecraft server.
Not Marvel.
These are like
yeah.
mini games on the server.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
I was like, these look like, it's just like, yeah, Blaze Rod.
Yeah, these look like Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Thanks, Colraya 5580168.
I think people who
Yeah,
have long strings of digits at the end of their Twitter username should be forbidden from making Tiermaker tier lists. Greek Prime Ministers!
Wives? No, Jane. Greek Prime Ministers / wives. I don't want to do this, obviously.
Are any of them
like,
bad?
Thanks, Steve Bessas, whose profile picture is what looks like an AI-generated Smurf.
Yeah.
Maybe not thanks, Steve Bessas. Maybe fucking...
Phasg anime tier list.
God damn it! These aren't even, like, good enough to work with.
Yeah, I don't...
Here's the thing. Okay, I can tell who a decent amount of these are. But this is, like, so filtered that you've ruined my ability to give a shit. Reroll.
Also, we've done, like,
fucking...
5 fucking,
yeah,
anime tier list ones already, and it's like...
Like, I don't mind doing anime tier list ones, it just needs to be a bit different.
Yeah.
But in a good way, not in a Phasg way. Phasg, you fucking wanker.
Taylor Swift songs.
Yeah, we can reroll.
Like, I could do this, but no one cares.
Also, Jesus Christ, there's so many of those.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
I guess that makes sense,
Shake
but,
it
like,
off.
still.
I don't like that song very much. Rank best games.
Best games. This is it. These are all the games.
Yeah, this is all of them. I've, like, played...
Oblivion and, like, S tier.
Only if we can put Morrowind in front of it.
Sure.
We'll put Skyrim up there, too. I like Elder Scrolls.
Yeah. Right, I'll do. No, there are, like, enough games here, and for some reason they're all series, and it's a bit like... Jen, have you played fucking XCOM?
I have, actually.
Oh, well, Jen, have you played, like, Mass Effect?
No. But...
Exactly.
I have played XCOM 2, and...
have you played, like, every Final Fantasy?
You know.
Thanks, Pastalon.
That seems like it was made by somebody whose thing is that they just play games that are popular, right? Like, that wasn't just me who thought that.
No, I mean, I think I saw Fate in there, which is popular, but...
Yeah, but, like, it seems like someone who was trying to, like, I'm gonna go
Like, if you just games are popular, but you've also read a visual novel in its entirety...
That's fair. Yeah, like, I'm not hating, I'm just, like...
Yeah.
It's like
I'm not hating, I'm just debating.
Sure.
Beelzebub openings.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I love Beelzebub.
Little bit of Beelzebub in my side.
The only Beelzebub for me is the guy from Sandland.
Persona has Breaking Bad!
See! Vamos! Okay, right. I could do this one.
Okay, do you want to lightning round it?
Okay, yeah, B. S, sorry. C. B. I don't remember if that is D. A.
What?
B. I don't remember, so D.
That's Saul.
I think it is, in which case S.
Yeah.
Don't remember, which means D. S.
Is that the guy who tells you that you're not the guy?
You're sus. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, that as well. Uh, C. D, because I don't remember. That's Ted from I Fucked Ted. He can go in C. This guy killed 300 people by not paying attention at his job. A. He made a plane crash. It's awesome. She's like a B. B for Tuco, whatever his name is. Gus Fring is an S, of course. We love him.
Loved this guy in the Cyberpunk dub. Genuinely the only thing I've ever seen him in. Which is embarrassing, but true.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, he's actually really good in that.
Jesse Pinkman is top of S. Yeah. Mike is also in S.
Wait, no, this is the guy who tells you that you're not the guy, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, sorry.
Yeah.
You're not the guy, you're not capable of being the guy. I had a guy, but
no, I don't. You're not the guy. Yeah. Where am I putting him?
S.
Okay.
Yeah, Skylar's an A. I don't remember who you are. D. I don't remember you. D. Pretty sure you're a Nazi. D. I super don't remember who you are. D. And I don't remember them either. D.
This is like an album cover.
Kinda.
Alright, thank you, Cuckoo RM, for making something that we could, like, engage with a little bit.
See,
it's everyone else's... It's like everyone else's fault, by the way, that I have very narrow media tastes, just to make that clear.
No, of course. See? Who the fuck are these?
I don't...
I want to reroll. These guys aren't Spanish enough.
What? Don't say things like that.
Sorry, you're right.
I don't even know what you meant by that, but like...
I don't watch that. Dos minifilms de Sofia! I don't even...
Did we, like, stumble into Spanish mode somehow? These have all been Spanish for a minute. Oh, no, okay. Oh, okay. Wait, we can do this one. Okay, we found one.
Okay.
Fuck.
This is like the rest of the video.
Yes, absolutely. Fucking 12 minutes in, we got our first tier list we can both do.
Like 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
The legendary birds. Yeah.
The thing about Articuno for me, he is a Gen 1 legendary. His design is a bit more boring than a lot of the ones that are up to come.
Okay,
like Articuno.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the rest of the list and thinking B for me personally.
Okay, what I am gonna say is Articuno is my favorite of the Gen 1 legendary birds. I like its Galarian version better. That actually is on here, so now I kind of wish I hadn't said that, but that's okay. I think I can agree with B. I'm gonna argue C for Zapdos, though. I've never liked the spiky.
I think it's technically more interesting of a design than Articuno. But it was kind of like regal and pretty looking, whereas Zapdos is... Yeah.
And Moltres, I think...
also put in B.
Yeah,
it is very simple, very basic, but it's goated.
Mewtwo is an icon. S.
Mewtwo's S. Yeah. Like, they did it. They genuinely did it.
Mewtwo is, the fucking greatest of all time. Like, he is the icon. He is the myth. He is the legend.
I think... I absolutely do like most legendary Pokemon, I would say. Mewtwo might still be my favorite, even after all this.
It's just, he's just like a fucking cool dude with psychic powers and energy balls and stuff. You don't
Everybody
need
loves the
else.
Armor as well. They were so real for the armor.
The armor is good. Mew, I've always been a bit more muted on Mew's design.
I think... One of the things that I think Mew does really well, and that every other legend, or a lot of the other mythicals since have tried to capture, is the idea of just the whimsical fairy. Just this thing that you'll only rarely catch a glimpse of, and when you do, it's kind of just playful, but it holds this like unknowable power, you know. That's
That
something that I think Mew does
is
really
actually,
extremely well.
yeah, that is actually a very compelling argument. Because what I was gonna say, um, and I think this still is valid, but I do like your point maybe better than this. What I was gonna say is, I don't know the design history of Mew and Mewtwo quite so well, but I have always gotten the impression that they made Mewtwo first and then kind of made this to look like a sort of a baby version of it. I don't know if that's actually true,
I
but
don't know either. I mean, obviously, like in Gen 1, Mew is not normally obtainable,
yeah,
whereas Mewtwo is.
hmm
So that's something.
yeah.
And I think they did a good
I
job of that, to be fair.
yeah, I do
I
like your point though. I do think it is very it, and there's one other Pokemon on here that I will argue a similar thing for. I
mhm,
think it is like a good realization of the this is like a literal like Fey being like kind
yeah,
of concept.
mhm. Especially in movie one, which is also where all of Mewtwo's credits coming from. Like the scene of it just like floating through the world, or like
Mhm.
going on the windmill blades and just like
Yeah,
falling
yeah. You
off
know what?
them.
You've
It's
convinced
just
me. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Absolutely yes.
Um, right,
Raikou,
dogs.
Raikou, Raikou,
I've always
right?
said Raiko.
Raikou.
Raiko and
Okay.
Pidge Weekend is how I say
Um.
it. Um,
Yeah. The roaming beasts. Raikou. I have a bit of a soft spot for because when I was a kid, um, I used my Master Ball in my very first uh Pokemon
you
playthrough
were pissed
ever.
off trying to catch the roaming
Yeah,
Pokemon.
and I caught
That's
Raikou.
pretty,
I
yeah.
caught Raikou, and I was like, it because Entei is in the movie, and I think Suicune is in the anime a little bit. I think.
Suicune is
Um.
fucking Suicune is the most important of these
Yeah.
three. It's the one that
Yeah.
gets all
Yeah.
the focus. It's
But
in the anime.
Raikou.
Crystal obviously
Yeah.
exists. Like, yeah,
But Raikou was not really in at least any of the media that I saw as a kid. So I was like, yo, I
like
have like my
it's
own guy that is like
yeah.
as good as those other two, and nobody knows about him. He's like my
Raiko's
secret.
in there, but sort of like a stunted middle child. You know.
Yeah, I
Um,
really like that gave me like a real soft spot for Raikou that I think
okay.
admittedly kind
It's
of
me buying the Jade
outstrips.
Wisp plus.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is
Yeah.
there's a callback. Go watch your ranking every Sonic Wisp video. That's like actually a good
Sure.
one that we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like Raikou.
Okay.
I
I
would
can.
argue for like B or A.
Okay. See, I can respect that. Um, I've always found Raiko's design slightly underwhelming.
Oh,
I
but the
feel like
cloud
it's
on his back though, and the lightning bolt with the tail.
no, the cloud on its back is neat, but I think what I think it is almost for this type of legendary in this generation.
Hmm.
I prefer the colors being a bit more muted, I guess.
I suppose that
Like
is
that is a
fair.
very garish sort of yellow. I honestly think Zapdos yellow would be like a better shade for
But
Raikou.
he's like the
That's
lightning
just definitely
tiger,
not it.
yo.
He is.
You're pushing me
Just pick a better
further into
yellow.
like I want to put him in
I
A.
will let you have
Okay, that's my
um,
man.
yeah.
Entei, everyone
Um,
has seen like the second Pokemon movie, I think, where
or,
third? Is it the third?
yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one is Lugia.
I think it's that I think of it as the second because it's the second one I saw. I don't think I ever saw the Lugia one as a kid. The reason I saw the third
No,
one is because it aired on Toonami several times as when I was a child.
there.
And I
So I haven't actually seen the third one. Lol.
what?
I haven't seen the third one.
Gosh, what the fuck?
Okay, well, here's the thing, right? I downloaded every Pokemon movie a while ago. I watched the first one, it was fine. I watched the second one, it was fine. Tagging that said, don't watch the third one without me.
Well,
It was like 2 years ago, by the way.
yeah. No, but I really like the third movie. Um, this says something weird about me. When I watched it, because spoiler fucking alert, I'm going to spoil the premise of the film for you. Um,
Yeah.
the plot of it is that Entei, or at least this Entei, is like sort of a mystical being, and he becomes like the surrogate father of this little girl who, in the dub, is named Molly. I imagine she has a different name in the original cut. Um, and there's like a bunch of weird shit that happens, and I won't get into the details. But I remember watching this movie and just being like, I wish Entei was my dad, which is probably not the message you're supposed to take from the film.
But that is like a Molly projection that would later reflect back on your character in an interesting way.
What it?
Well, I'm calling you transgender.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay. I see what you mean, like me relating to the little girl character. Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, I'm fond of Entei. I will say I don't like his design quite as much as Raiko or Suicune, and the fire typing is a little bit less exciting to me than the other. I don't know, within the context of the roaming beasts, it feels like the least exciting one somehow. Elementally, I don't know why I think that exactly, but I do. So what are we thinking? Like A high, like maybe B?
I would probably still put him in A. I do like the roaming dogs, just like a good amount in general.
Yeah, okay. I would pet him.
Yeah, I don't know if this is actually canon because Pokemon has made like fan theories canon at some point, but the whole like, oh, the free roaming beasts were like originally Eevee. And then when Ho revived Supercharged.
Not familiar with this.
Well, because they come from the Burn Tower or whatever, and it was said that like free Pokemon died in there or something, and they became like the roaming beasts. And the Geisha trainers in that place all use evolutions, I believe.
That is fair. Like I can see how people made the connection. I have just.
Dogs, by the way, you know.
Whoa, hey, you clipped like crazy for a second. Sorry, what did you say? I don't know why that happened.
The other aspect of the theory is their typings, fire, electric, water, matches Gen 1 evolutions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see where people got it from. I just have never heard this before somehow. Fair. So
I like that as a theory, though.
Yeah. What do we think of Suicune? Suicune's all you. I have no strong opinions on Suicune, really.
Suicune is and I'm wondering if I want to make the case for S. Because they do a very good job across, like, a lot of different Pokemon stuff of just making Suicune kind of a legend, you know? I especially... This is, like, such a small thing, but, in the Scarlet and Violet DLC, you get that device that lets you, like, control your Pokemon. Suicune, when you're controlling that, just walks on water.
Wait, that's fucking sick as hell! That's actually really cool!
I think in general, by the way, has, like, such a ludicrous amount of, like, attention to detail for, like, every fucking Pokemon imaginable. And it's one of those things that you hear them do, and it's like, Game Freak do this on, like, the time crunch that they're on. Give them time, let them cook, we're getting the best Pokemon game that's ever been made. You know?
You know, I know we've got, like, a new Legends game coming out fairly soon. I really hope they take their time with the next, like, mainline game. Because I want them to...
10 days out from, Pokemon Day. And they'll do the stream like they always do.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. I really hope it's going to be like, we're going to give it to you guys in, like, late 26. I think that maybe...
Legends should be November this year.
Probably. Yeah, well, no, that one's probably, like, done, I would assume. I don't know. We're getting way off topic. Where do we want to put Suicune?
Yeah. Suicune, fucking awesome. If it's an A, I would call it top of A. And it could be an S because I really do think... I haven't actually, like, played Crystal, but I do know that the Suicune content in Crystal is just, like, placed in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, as is. Suicune's special, Suicune's cool. Yeah.
I'll let
No,
you
that
have
looks
that.
right
Yeah,
to me.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The Gen 2
Lugia.
flying legendaries. I've
Yeah.
never been super huge on either of these, but I like Lugia a little bit more than Ho-Oh.
Well, I've never been super huge on either of these, but I like Ho-Oh a good amount more than Lugia.
Alright, do we want to say like B tier or.
Well, my thing is like,
Because there's some like I don't want to put anything in the bottom row yet. There's some coming up that I do
yeah,
not
oh
like.
yeah, we'll get there.
You know.
Yeah, fucking, I know, we'll get there. Lugia just looks kind of dumb to me. Um,
Uh,
Mostly in the wings, right? Because they're just like big fat arms.
I don't know. I kind of like that. Is they look. Here's what. Okay, I don't normally put like on the whole. I do not put a lot of stock in the whole. Pokemon has like lost something important as it's become more popular over the years.
Oh yeah, no, I
Shit.
would never.
Um,
It's changed, but I don't think
it
that's
has
like a
changed.
statement.
If it's
Horse
lost anything in the realm of like Mon design specifically, I think we don't get a ton. We get some of them, but we don't get a ton of Pokemon like this anymore. Where you look at them and you're just kind of like, what is that? Like in like a not in a bad way, but in like a neutral way of like this is like this weird bird thing, and it's got like some mammalian features, but also it's got wings, but the wings are just like big hands, and it's got like a weird like aerodynamic head. I appreciate its design, I guess is all I'm saying. Like I like this design.
Yeah.
Whereas
I
Ho-Oh, I mean, I do respect it, but it is just like a phoenix.
It is just a phoenix. The main credit I give to her, honestly, is that appearance in like the first episode of the anime.
True.
She's like, "What were you doing?"
True.
One thing I will say that I do actually like about the Gen 2 legendary birds,
yeah.
they kind of have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, they're just kind of around.
They just both exist, but that's it. It's, every other legendary is part of like this intertwined duo. But those are just guys.
Yeah.
It's like what was that about? I kind of like it.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? You're fucking right. The appearance of Ho-Oh in episode 1 of the anime was like, because I'm gonna really date myself. I'm old enough that I remember the premiere of the Pokemon anime.
There you go.
And I had no concept of like, oh, that's like not a Gen 1 Pokemon, because I had actually not played any of the games yet by the time I watched the show. And also, like, I certainly had not, like, filled out my Pokedex enough to, like, know what all the Pokemon were. But, that shot of the Ho-Oh, like, flying overhead, and there's, like, a rainbow, and, Ash, Satoshi, points the Pokedex at it, and the Pokedex is just like, I don't fucking know. It's like really, yeah, no, that's the good stuff. I don't know, I've kind of talked myself back into it. I like the Gen 2 birds more now.
Okay.
Do we want to put him with Articuno and Moltres and B? I feel like that's fair.
I think that's probably fine.
Yeah.
I like Ho-Oh more, but I'm not particularly concerned where you put them.
Yeah. Celebi.
Celebi. Well. Okay. I was gonna say, I see we've got a little disagreement on our hands.
I don't.
Actually, Celebi is just pronounced Celebi because its Japanese name is Celebi.
There you go. Yeah, okay.
Owned.
I just don't think I've ever heard like it spoken in the anime, so I just never internalized the proper pronunciation.
Celebi. I like this one's design quite a lot.
It's the onion.
It is the onion. I like grass types just in general. This thing is an onion. I like the colors, they are quite muted. I think Celebi's also good at being sort of a Fae in the same way Mew is.
Yeah.
But not quite as well. And this is the beginning of this generation's Mew,
Yeah,
And we're gonna get a lot of that. Um, Celebi's specific gimmick is time travel. I have not actually. This fucking sucks. The fact that like we haven't seen all the Pokemon movies, which is where a lot of the characterization for these Pokemon comes in, is going to like damper, especially some of the later ones. By the way,
We have no credibility, Josh.
no. But I still think Celebi is like good,
Yeah,
solid. For me, Celebi is A.
I want to raise one point. Celebi was, I believe, the first Pokemon you could not attain normally, right?
Yeah, it was an event distribution.
Yeah.
Well,
And
like Mew, but
fuck that. That's all I want to say is fuck that.
Celebi is repeatable in the modern games. Also,
Where
it's shiny. Top of A for me, honestly. I do like it more
really?
than dogs.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
The Reggies.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come in with a hot take. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the original Reggie trio are mostly pretty underwhelming. I actually like the new ones that they made later on, like a lot more.
Okay. I don't like the new ones a lot more. I probably like them less, to be fair, but I do agree with the sentiment that the Reggies are all a bit eh.
Like I'm gonna rank these internally real quick. Reggie Steel is cool. Reggie Rock, I respect it at least. Reggie Ice is like that. I don't know. I just don't care for its design. It is.
I think most would call it Regice, by the way, because there's only like one eye, I think.
Really? That.
I'm gonna double check that it.
Well, no,
it's just one eye.
I mean, in the one movie, it said like in the dub of the one movie, it says Reggie Ice. I'm pretty sure. But I guess that's not as authoritative as the Katakana reading, probably.
In Japanese and English, and its name was Regice.
That's fucked up. Okay, well, whatever.
I fucking love when Pokemon have the same name in Japanese, because you can just look at the katakana.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's how it's pronounced.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, you know.
That, like, breaks the pattern. I don't like that. Anyway.
It does.
Reggie
Rock, Reggie Steel, Reggie Gigas, Reggie Trago, Reggie Aleki, Regice.
Yeah. That makes me like it even less. I think generously, I put Reggie Steel in like low B, high C.
I'll be honest, like, I think the only okay, put him back in the thing for a second so I can talk. I agree. Reggie Steel is the best. It has just the most interesting design. I actually think I like Regice more than Reggie Rock, just because like. The Stony Boulder appearance is one that a lot of Pokemon have, and that's not the best execution of it. Whereas, like, the harsh geometry of Regice is actually, like, distinctive enough for me to be like, oh, interesting.
This is
even
fair,
though it's like a block color motherfucker. Obviously, the most interesting thing about Regis is obtaining them in Gen 3.
Yeah, no. Fun fact. I played Pokemon Sapphire specifically a lot as a kid. For reasons I'm not going to get into in a Tiermaker video. But I was not really online as a child. And I did not know these three existed until I was like older.
Yeah,
because there's this vague thing with like the Braille and the island, but there's no I have no idea how you're supposed to put that together on your own.
Oh no, there's somewhere if you dive, there's like a Braille translation in game, so it's just expected that you note that down.
Yeah, I guess I just never found it. I don't know.
Yeah, which. I'm sad that you can't, you can do that these days, but you kind of can't. Because, well, the whole Pokedex will get leaked ahead of time, and everybody will know every single Pokemon that's in the game, and within, 2 hours of release, here's how to get the brand new legend. Yeah, that's not a Pokemon problem, that's a
that's just
game.
the way that gaming is now, unfortunately.
But
no one's
honestly,
allowed to have secrets no more.
I kind of do think we can put all three of them in C.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll put Regice second for you. I'm
nice.
never going to get used to saying that instead of Regice. Anyway.
I do think there's a possibility, by the way, that we could add another tier later on. Because this might not be enough.
Maybe.
But
yeah.
For now, it's fine.
We're fully like half hour into the video and nowhere near done, by the way. Strap the fuck in.
Good.
Latios and Latios.
Latios and Latios in the order presented on this tier list. And also the Pokedex.
Always get them mixed up, to be honest.
No, you got them right, it's just you didn't read them in the order.
Oh, okay.
Latios is the male, is blue. Latias is Spanish. It's like Spanish. O is male, A is girl.
So, okay, wait, Latios, I did read them in the wrong order then, because I said this one was Latios.
Yeah. So, although I'm pretty sure you know which ones are which. It's just
no, I
in
don't.
The wrong order.
Absolutely, I do not. I
kind of hate it like this.
I kind of hate these designs, and I get them mixed up all the time.
Yeah. Blue is boy, is O, is bigger.
Sure. We love a little bit of like sexual dimorphism in our Pokemon, I suppose.
Different species though, so
that is just the term for that. Like I don't like these designs even like a little bit. These are some of my least favorite Pokemon designs.
Whoa.
It's just shapes.
I'm glad to get Jane talking negatively about Pokemon designs because it never usually happens.
No, there's I have okay. Here's the thing. There is a short list of Pokemon whose designs I don't like, and there's an even shorter list of Pokemon whose designs I like actively disrespect and will judge you for thinking they're good.
Bruxish defender, by the way.
I like Bruxish. But anyway, no, I don't respect this. They're boring. But you know, they're not in the tier where like I will be like looking at you a little funny if you say they're good, but I don't like them. I understand why somebody else might. I am not a fan.
Okay, here's my thing, right? The Pokemon movie Forever, I think, is the one that's about those two. Might be the best Pokemon movie. And also, I kind of like that they made, like, Latios specifically significant to Ash in a way that is, like, different. And we take things like that. So for me, Latios is, like, bottom of B, top of C. And I'll let you put him top of C, because I know you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Latias is a tier above. I would put Latias in B somewhere. Other thing about Latios and Latias, by the way, is they are an example of, like, in B, fucking full tier above. They're another example of Pokemon that were introduced, like, before they were introduced in the movie before Gen 3 came out. And they're Gen 3 Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, what the fuck are these guys?
I feel like
when that happens.
Yeah, like I feel like if I liked these Pokemon, I would probably like that, but I don't. So
okay.
There are other ones coming up, by the way, that I will be similarly negative on. Not too many, but some of them.
I might agree. Maybe we'll find out.
Kyogre.
For now, the weather trio.
like the weather trio. Kyogre, Groudon, and Rayquaza. These are some of the most iconic Pokemon to me.
They're just very good.
Yeah, this is like I think you can draw like a clean break between like very early Pokemon designs like Gen 1 and 2 and this kind of thing where it starts developing its own identity. That is distinct from that, and the weather trio are like some of the best examples of it. I have a soft spot for Kyogre because of the aforementioned. I played a lot of Sapphire as a kid, but all three of them are really good.
I have Sapphire, I've actually always preferred Groudon. I think it just has like a more interesting design. Um, but I'm just gonna jump the gun. I think we could put all three of these guys in S.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
plain and
no,
simple. I think all
absolutely.
three of them are extremely strong designs in
Like,
extremely good
yeah,
games. Their actual like stories are fun, workable. Every legendary
yeah.
Pokemon usually has a thing, and like the Overseer of Space.
Hmm.
No, nope. Sorry, Overseer of the Sea is Kyogre. Cool. Yeah. Fuck it. Land Groudon. Sure. And then Rayquaza, the ozone layer, the fucking sky. Are you kidding me? Yeah. This big.
I will
Also, I mean,
say,
fucking Rayquaza's shiny, by the way.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I will say, Rayquaza is so iconic that it is still like relevant to the plot of the anime after they
oh yeah,
started a new anime. Like
yeah.
we've
The shiny one, by
yeah,
the
like
way.
yeah, the Black Rayquaza. Like we've cut the thread. Ash is gone. He's dead. Fuck Ash. By the way, Rayquaza.
Yeah.
That
No.
puts him in like a tier with like Pikachu.
Plus, like, fucking Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire are really good.
Yeah,
The primal forms, I actually don't really care about those that much, but they're neat.
they're alright. Yeah.
Their abilities are so stupid. I love it. And then Mega Ray Kwekwe, the strongest Pokemon, so strong that they invented a new tier just for him originally.
Did you call
That's
it
hilarious.
Mega Ray Quay?
Yeah, I call him that all the time. It's my
Okay.
guy.
Alright. But no, I think
Yeah.
we can like agree. Like we'll put
Yeah.
these here.
Yeah.
Jirachi.
Jirachi, the Wishmaker.
Um,
We are at their third attempt at Mew.
I
And
like
I'll say the weakest so far,
now.
but I still kind of like
Yeah,
Jirachi.
I like the star motif. Started
Yeah,
watching Bang Dream season 1 recently. A lot of stars in that show.
crazy.
Yeah.
Its little slit on its pouch opens up to reveal an eyeball, by the way.
I don't think I knew that. That's weird.
Yeah.
I think I like
Jirachi might have to go down a tier.
No, I think I like Jirachi more now. That's kind of awesome and like
Okay.
creepy almost.
Yeah. I think you can see it.
Yeah, hold on. Can I
I'll
like
find a
yeah,
picture.
yeah. Give me a picture of this that I can open on stream.
Yeah.
45 minutes into the video, by the way.
Why did somebody just take a fucking photo of their goddamn 3DS, you piece of shit? I'm gonna stab you. I'm gonna send a couple and you can, you know how it is. Two of them are gonna be from the anime, but one's from the game.
Okay. Yeah, wow, what the hell? I don't think I'm gonna open the game one, because I feel like that's like the most relevant. I don't think I knew that was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's like actually really cool. I think I like Jirachi more now.
Okay. Okay, it's not gonna bomb seven. Like,
I know.
Steel Psychic is a cool typing, by the way.
It is. Yeah, not too many of
Wishmaker,
those.
that's not the most interesting thing ever.
Yeah.
What other Steel Psychics are there?
There's
the
Bronze Online and the Metagross line, and I think that's it.
Oh yeah. There's probably more that we're forgetting about, but I guess those are our main ones. Yeah. You know, you've been wowed enough by the third eye to where I think A is fine.
Yeah. Put her here.
Deoxys. You can put it above
Deoxys.
Zelda if you want. I do like Jirachi.
I don't care about the intra tier order that much.
Yeah. I do. I just want to say one other thing about Jirachi. I did say it's like their weakest attempt at a Mew so far. It's still pretty good. This is just a good concept, and they continue to do it solidly well.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have other things to say about some of the attempts at Mew later on. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Deoxys, I think, almost as iconic as the Weather Trio. Like,
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, like it's less iconic literally because those three are box art, motherfuckers.
Well, all right, you know what I mean.
But Deoxys is really fucking cool. Like,
yeah.
It's weird because Deoxys' specific gimmick is they're an alien, but even this far back, they already had Pokemon that were, like, probably aliens, and then since then they have a lot more Pokemon that are aliens. But Deoxys is just awesome, and it really does have, like, a very unique design philosophy that isn't reflected anywhere else in Pokemon.
I feel...
Especially with the form changes, by the way.
Yeah, like, I feel like you see Deoxys, and you are then told about, like, the Ultra Beasts from much later in the series, and you're like, yeah, okay. I see how they got from that to that. Like, Deoxys is, like, the start of, like, a certain kind of, like, weird Pokemon design that I really respect.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The DNA
also,
motif really cool.
Yeah,
is really cool.
Let's say the double helix.
Yeah. You know, kind of like a cell thing going on. He's the ultimate life form.
The form... God, it does get called that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not my ultimate life form, but
Cell, Shadow the Hedgehog. There's various.
Yeah.
You
know,
various claimants to the title.
I haven't actually played the Delta episode.
Oh, dude. You need to. It's, like, actually really fucking good. It's really fun.
Only thing is, I don't... I might have deleted that. You know, ROMs and randomizers and... You know,
just play the game.
Anyway. I also think this guy can go an S.
Yeah,
just for the one.
You know, overstuffed S tier. Ooh, boo, boo.
No,
why haven't the streamers
like,
put anything in D yet? Ooh, downvote, dislike.
First of all, we're about to, but second of all, can we put Suicune in the bottom of S tier? First of all, sure. I care about positioning here. I personally want to put Deoxys above Groudon on Kyogre.
I
don't know if you agree.
Why not?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, they're both, like, space related.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Do you remember their names in order? I do.
I think the first one is Uxwell.
Well, huh?
No.
Yuxi.
Look. That should tell you something about how memorable these Pokemon and their names are, though.
Alright, go on, Jin. Who's second?
I don't fucking know. One of them's like Mess something. I don't remember.
Spirit?
Is that the second one?
Yep.
Alright, I have literally no concept of what the blue one is called.
Azelf, or Azelf.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got Uxwell from. Isn't Uxwell like a historian? Whatever.
I believe so.
The
lore for these guys is that the Sinnoh's Lake Guardians, and once you get all three of them, some, like, shit happens. And I do appreciate, like, tying mythicals and legendaries and shit like that to...
the geography.
Like, very specific locations. Like, the broad concept ones are great, but the very specific location ones are also just... cool and interesting.
Yeah, you know,
in concept.
But
these guys.
Yeah, like to get out ahead of the thing. Like, yes, we are aware that this is like a concept that's like derived from Shinto, and it's very cool in Pokemon and a lot of other series to see, you know, some aspect of these things reflected in popular culture. That said, I don't really care for these designs. That's just the bottom of it. Is I don't really like the designs very much. I don't think they're the worst.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I need to leave. My nose is bleeding for some reason.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll just monologue about the Lake Trio, because I don't think Josh will disagree with my position too much. Like, the designs are not the worst things in the world, but they are kind of just, we took like the Mew body type and tweaked them a little bit and did some extra colors, and I don't know, it's just not that interesting. Like, I wouldn't put them in D, but I would definitely put them like down here with the Regis. Actually, no, that's not true. I would put them below at least Registeel. And I know Josh likes Regice. Sorry. I just don't really care for the designs. I feel like they did this concept better later on. I'm gonna spoil it for you with the Alolan guardian deities, I believe they're called. We are nearly an hour into this video, and I am out of drink, which is a great thing, a fantastic thing. How are you guys doing in the audience? I'm just kind of here, living. Why do I smell burning? Hold on. I'm gonna turn off my heater. I don't know why I'm getting that smell out of it already. I only bought this thing the other day. That would be a hell of a thing. House burns down, I die in a fire while I'm recording like a stupid Pokemon Tiermaker video. It would be certainly the most, like, infamous Pokemon Tiermaker video. They'd be like, geez, rest in peace to that guy, and misgendering me in the process. But he had some, again, misgendering me in the process. He had some, like, weird Pokemon takes. He doesn't even like the Reggies. And I'd be like, actually, my pronouns are she, her, or Zizher if you're, like, really nasty with it. And then I would haunt them, because that's kind of what you do if you're from beyond the grave. I'm just gonna put these guys in D. I think which is basically settled law at this point. And I think it's not really too controversial to say that they're some of the weaker legendary designs. I will be honest with you guys, though. I like most Pokemon designs. Like I said earlier, there's a small list of Pokemon designs I'm not fond of, and then there's like a couple, like... I hate beating this horse because it's a very dead one, but like Jinx is kind of the archetypal example of like this design's like honestly maybe a little offensive. You're to maybe taking this one back to the factory for a little bit, which to be fair, I mean they did do with Jinx, which is the modern design of the Pokemon's like a little bit better in that regard. And there's a couple other ones though, like if I want to be controversial for a second, Medicham, I don't know if I would have. I just don't know if I would have done that one. You know what I mean? Like, it's, like, I get what we're going for, but it's just, I don't know. Not as bad as Jinx, obviously, I don't think, but God, let me tell you something, guys. If you think that I'm rambling nonsense right now, you have never lived in a position where you have to look at like the seconds ticking up on the recording video. We're nearing an hour. We're at 52:43. Yeah. And it's just kind of going. I hope Josh is okay. Like, they said that their nose was bleeding, and usually that's not a symptom of anything more other than like, you nicked the inside of your nasal cavity or whatever. But like I just like it's a little worrying, right? Because I mean that can be a symptom of some serious stuff. I hope Josh is all right. Josh is like one of my best friends. We've been good buddies for a couple years now. I don't want them to suffer or, God forbid, pass away. That would just be horrible. Again, we're thinking of ways in which this could easily become like a very infamous video, aside from just me rambling in the middle. I'm actually kind of thinking of putting a cut in at this point, because Josh has been away from the microphone for a bit now, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Do you guys think I could sneak an extra JPEG on here without them noticing? I'm gonna see if I can put Shadow the Hedgehog on here. Hold up.
Hello, Jane.
Fuck.
I did hear that.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
For the record, I'm not somebody that gets nosebleeds. I'm assuming... I don't know if I want to say this on the record.
Are you okay? That's the only notable thing.
I am okay.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes
that is the thing.
Pick your nose a little bit. Maybe I went too far.
I mean,
so
I've done that before. Like you scratch yourself, like you scratch it too wrong. You accidentally like nick the inside of the cavity, and it's like, oh god, there's a lot of blood inside me.
Yeah. No, I was just kind of washing away that for a while.
Yeah, that's fair. I have put.
I see that they're
Lake
in D.
Trio.
I can't remember what I was saying before. Because all of a sudden I was bleeding and had to go sort that out.
I rambled about them
for... how long I was... By the way.
Like 10 minutes, I think. 10 minutes, 15? Not 15, but like, that, at least, like okay, yeah. I noted...
Also, I did bring, like, a thing of toilet roll with me. Just
yeah, I noted at about 45 that we were getting close to an hour, and then I noted it again a couple minutes ago, so you were gone for actually probably, like, 8 minutes, so not too bad.
Okay. I'm sure your rambles were very good.
Oh yeah, I
actually have to watch back this.
Yeah, you do.
I haven't
been. What the hell? I've been watching them back.
Look,
sometimes, you know.
There's a lot of Mudcourt videos. Okay.
There are. They're actually
Mega Man.
Yeah, you know.
But yeah, I like that they are tied to specific geographic location.
Mm-hmm.
But they're boring. All three of they're borderline recolors. They are three separate attempts at doing another like sort of Fae-esque Pokemon. They are mono-psychic across the board.
I forgot about that aspect. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing makes these Pokemon interesting. And I know they're in Legends Arceus. I don't even know if that does anything for them.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
shinies are all kind of crap.
Speaking of which,
Dialga and Palkia.
Yeah.
It occurs to me like everybody knows this. Everybody talks about this all the time. Look how fucking many Gen 4 legendaries there are. My god.
Yeah, no. Not something that really dawned on me until I looked at this.
Yeah, we just put 3 of them down.
Can I say the box legendaries for Gen 4 are some of my least favorite ones that they have done.
Oh. Okay.
I don't hate them. There's never been a bad set of box legendaries. But
well,
I stand by that. I don't think there has ever been. But they are a little bit like they're literally not retreads of the Weather Trio, but they feel like a take on the same concept that I don't like quite as much. I like Dialga more.
I do also like Dialga more, by the way.
I think most people do.
It's just a cooler Pokemon.
Yeah.
Before you place these guys anywhere, because I also exist.
You do.
Palkia not quite as much, but I do like Dialga quite a fair amount. I think more than anything else, it looks cool to me.
It does.
This is a cool looking Pokemon. We are starting to get to the territory where some Pokemon are maybe a little over-designed, but
it's okay.
It's the fucking box legendary.
Yeah,
man.
that's awesome. Allowed, especially allowed for the box legends. Yeah. I think it could. I would be comfortable putting both of these guys in B. If you want to have a conversation about that, we can. We are getting to the point of like we've now almost broken an hour on this video. So
look, I do not mind yapping.
All right.
I like. Plus, the other thing is, we are in Pokemon where I have an opinion on them territory.
Fair.
Once they start getting to like fucking Gen 7, 8 Mythicals, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Do you have an opinion on Zarude? You know?
I don't even remember which one that one is.
Exactly. We will get there.
Actually, wait, no, I
nose blood.
Hey, can you do me a favor and ramble about the box legends for a second while I go get a drink? Because I rambled for a solid 10 minutes without anything to drink, and my throat is crying out for mercy. I'll be right back.
Yeah, definitely. Well, now it's my turn on the mic, unless an excuse to force Jade to rewatch this video. So I'm gonna say some cool things that she really enjoys, such as Hawk Tua and Penis Chat, which is a much better statement than Hawk Tua. Um, when Sonic Racing Crossroads key visual was revealed, my reaction was, "Chat the Hawk Tua," you know, like So Dialga Palkia. Palkia not quite as much, but I think Dialga is like a really fucking cool looking Pokemon. And this is technically like overlapping concepts at this point. But Palkia, Master of Space, sure, that's sick as fuck. Like physical, like reality space, like dimensional space. Sick. Dialga, time. That's where the overlap comes in a bit. We've already got time travelers, but I mean, look at that fucking thing, man. Who gives a shit? Roar of Time, hello, Dragon, Steel type. My god. My fucking god, dude. I don't like the origin forms for either Pokemon, by the way. Sorry, Legends Arceus. But no, to me, these are just, like, really cool-looking Pokemon. I don't actually remember too much about Diamond, Pearl, Platinum's narratives, and I haven't actually played Legend Arceus, so no comment there. But, oh, sorry, my fucking blanket's caught in my chair. Also, I'm occasionally standing up to, like, look in my nostril and make sure that it's not currently bleeding, you know? Yeah. I really do just think these are two cool Pokemon. They contrast each other visually in, like, a really nice way. They're hard as well. They are, like, some of the harder... Especially Dialga with that fucking typing is, like... Yeah, you can cover it, but he hits you like a fucking truck, dude. Yeah. It sounds like Jane's about to be back. And I will welcome her with open arms.
Hello.
Isn't that right, Jane?
That's my response.
Okay. Yeah, I put you in a spot where I had to make you agree with me.
And I didn't know what you were asking, so yeah.
Yeah, well, it was deliberate.
Yeah.
Of course, when you watch back, you'll find out what I really said.
Yeah, of course.
Because now you have to watch back.
I mean, I was going to. Where are we putting these fellas?
I personally like Dialga enough to want to put him in A.
I'll let you have that for sure. Palkia, I'm gonna say...
Palkia can go like B. Palkia can go bottom of B. Yeah.
Alright.
It's still pretty cool.
This guy.
This motherfucker. Heatran, who is a legendary Pokemon for some reason.
Like, this is one of the ones where I think everybody is kind of on the same page of, like, that's not a legendary Pokemon.
that is not a legendary.
That's just, like... It seems like something you should encounter in like a late game volcano, and they're like single stage and fairly high level. And the funny thing is,
it's a strong Pokemon.
Like the funny thing is, that's true. It's just for some reason there's only one of them.
Yeah, no, fucking in every game Heatran returns in as well. By the way, it fits that bill. It's just in a like cave somewhere.
I mean,
so why is it legendary? I don't know. I don't even think Heatran doesn't have a focus movie, as far as I know.
Or, I mean, does it even have a signature move?
I'll have to double check. It will be in the anime, obviously.
Well, of course, yeah.
But, like, I don't think it gets anything special. Fire Steel is, like, fine. It gets Flash Fire, but
that is a cool type, to be fair. Yeah, but, like...
Yeah. It's not unique necessarily. That doesn't matter quite as much.
I just I actually think as a Pokemon design, like it's pretty good. And if these were just guys, I would have them, and I'd be like, yeah, go for that for Heatran.
Yeah. Its signature move is Magma Storm. 100 power, 75 accuracy, and it does like Whirlpool, but fire type. there's a fire type move that does that, but I can't remember it. Chip
Fire
damage over like 4.
Fire spin.
Yeah, fire spin.
There's the fire spin effect.
It is
okay.
stronger fire spin with dog shit accuracy.
All right.
Which
like again, it's just
not
like
really that interesting.
Here's the thing, okay? Like you compare Heatran to Turtonator, for example, which is a very similar Pokemon in really like design ethos. But Turtonator is like way cooler. Yeah.
It doesn't look more legendary. Like, it doesn't look more mythical because, that is a distinction which matters. It's... The thing is, I kind of like Heatran because it's... I don't know what Heatran is supposed to look like.
Here's the thing.
Kind of like a frog, right?
A little bit. Here's what I like about Heatran, okay? I'm going to make an unorthodox case for Heatran. I don't think it's any good as a legendary or mythical design. However, I like that it has basically snuck onto this list unawares. Like, Heatran is the guy on the All-Star team.
Unaware, honestly.
Yeah. Heatran is the guy who is snuck onto the All-Star team. He's in the game, he's on the field, but he doesn't do anything, and like the team wins without him being involved. And he's just happy to be here, guys. Just happy to.
Even all of its Pokedex descriptions are just like, it's sounding like volcanic caves.
It's like, all right,
that's just a Pokemon.
Like
you guys have though.
It's like the Batman of legendary Pokemon. Like that guy's not supposed to be here, but he is. So it kind of makes me like him. So I'm like, for the record,
he is in like, very high B, honestly.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know if you need to agree with that.
Yeah, I think that where I put him is about right. Honestly, yeah.
He's so funny though.
Yeah, it's just like a really goofy. There's a couple of those, honestly, but Heatran was the original.
To like a specific location or anything. By the way, he's not so like. He's just in volcanoes. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think
in Pokemon.
I think the idea might be that it's sort of like a nature spirit that is found in volcanoes. If that's what they're going for, it does not come across at all.
No.
It's just
we love him though.
Yeah, he's my guy.
Delight,
like. One of the like funniest Pokemon they've ever done for sure. Just on like a meta level. Regigigas.
Yeah. I like Regigigas.
Okay.
It's a weird Pokemon, right? Because I mean, its ability is kind of bad, and it's not like once it unslow starts, it becomes like this undefeatable monster. It's also just mono-normal, which is a bit boring, but...
One day they will make an interesting normal legendary Pokemon.
Yeah. But its actual, like, design, I think is so... Maybe not so different, because there have been Pokemon since Regigigas that kind of do, like, a similar thing. But it's weird how... It's like kind of alien and kind of like technological in a weird way.
Can I put it
but it's also
in one descriptor? It looks like something out of like one of the weirder Ghibli movies.
I think that's valid. Yeah.
Like,
especially
Castle in the Sky, maybe Spirited Away.
Grass taking over it.
Mononoke. Yeah. You could.
Yeah.
This guy could have been in the background of like a scene in Mononoke or Princess Mononoke.
It is
and people would be like, yeah,
golem.
Okay. Yeah.
In like a really like Regigigas. Nope, sorry. Regirock and Regice are like very traditional sort of like fantasy golems. Regigigas is a very Pokemon-y take on a golem. Like, what is that? It's kind of awesome. Plus, the noises it makes, not just its cry, but in, like, the anime and, like, Battle Revolution and shit, that thing is weird sounding. And I really like that about it.
I will say, when I was, like a youngish teenager getting onto the internet for the first time, there was a fan theory that gained some amount of credence, at least in my circles, where everybody was like, hear me out, guys. Pokemon actually takes place in the far future after like an apocalypse caused by like bioengineered animal weapons. And part of the reason that people took to this, I think, was because of the movie that Regigigas is in, where it kind of does have that vibe. Like, it's the only time that Pokemon has ever seen, like, even remotely approached that, I think.
Is Regigigas the focus of a movie?
I don't think
remember.
so. I think he's just kind of in it, or it wasn't even a movie. Was it one of the anime? I don't remember. Point being, this was a theory that was given some amount of credence, rightly or wrongly, probably wrongly. You know how people are with what if this thing for children is actually very fucked up? It's not something I give a lot of weight, but
Yeah.
I think Regigigas is one of the very few Pokemon where you can kind of look at it and be like, yeah, okay, I kind of see where people are coming from with that. Does this make any sense to you, or do I sound like a crazy person right now? Okay.
I was looking for Regigigas movie. I'm sure it just showed up in one of them, and it wasn't like title billing or anything like
Yeah,
that.
there's definitely one that's
It'll have been in like the TV anime as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said the TV anime. Nobody says that when talking about Pokemon.
Sure they do.
Just say anime. Or Pokemon TV, or whatever. Well, no, Pokemon TV was a piece of software from the Nintendo Wii, of course. Anyway. I would put Regigigas in A.
Fair.
Territory for me.
I think
I put him above Celebi, honestly.
Okay. I talked myself into it. I'll let you have that.
Nice.
Yeah. Fucking
Giratina.
Yeah, Giratina.
Yeah. This thing is awesome.
Fascinating Pokemon, yeah.
It's weird, right? Like, it occurs to me that this is the last, like, third Pokemon to get its own game.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because Kyurem doesn't get, like, a third game. Neither does Zygarde. And then third legendaries haven't... No, never mind. Sorry. I was going to say third legendaries have been done away with. Eternatus counts as a third legendary, I think. Does it? We'll have to get to that when we get to that, you know?
It's a cladistics question, or like rather a taxonomy question, certainly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do think this is one of the strongest legendary designs they've ever come up with, like, for sure.
It is such just a cool
it's a
looking Pokemon.
Weird design. It's little
intimidating as fuck.
Yeah, it's like a little un-Pokemon-y, which is true of some of the ones out here, for sure.
I mean, what's Giratina's thing again? Because Dialga is space. No, sorry, Dialga is time. Palkia
it lives
space.
in like that weird
Giratina...
shadow dimension, right?
Yeah. What is it? Is it it lives in the distortion world, which is made up of another universe. It's not something to do with like fucking like dark matter or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. I will concede. Gen 4 is the only Pokemon Gen I have never beaten a. That's not true. I've never beaten any of the. Was it Gen 7? Sun and Moon was Gen 7, right?
Yes, Gen 7, Sun and Moon.
Those are the two I've never finished a Gen 4.
There.
Shamefully.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't actually find out very quickly if it's like dark matter or anything, but it's certainly just a inverse dimension to our own. That's where Giratina lives. It has the whole like 6 legs, 6 wings, 6 fucking spikes around itself, by the way.
It is the beast that you worship.
It is
the
beast.
Rest in peace, Death Grips. Not that either of them died, but the band broke up.
No, of course. Its shiny is good, by the way.
That does count for something,
normal Giratina. You know, very cool shiny. The question is just where in the S tier do we want to put it, you know?
I think you can be friends with the Deoxys.
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
Yeah.
I kind of want to put him above the Oxus, honestly.
Does that matter that much to you?
It does.
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
Well,
I kind of feel like
the
we're fucking up like the conceptual order here, because it's like the sky, space, and then another dimension, right? We're going like further out each time.
That doesn't matter.
Alright, whatever. Fine, sorry.
Yeah.
Trying to impose my sense of aesthetics on the chart, my bad.
Well, it's just, after even further beyond, it's just like water.
Yeah, it's it's
and
like
and then water again,
it's like a microspace thing. Like, you go far out enough, you just discover that the universe is like a dust speck on the shoulder of God or whatever.
Cresselia, the lunar Pokemon. Which,
like,
you go first.
First of all, there was already a lunar Pokemon. His name is Lunatone, and I love him.
There was Solrock and Lunatone, and they're great, but they're not quite the same thing.
Yeah. Lunatone is a much better Pokemon than this.
Alright, I didn't realize we were a fucking Cresselia hater.
I don't hate it. It's just something about its proportions is weird to me. Like,
I mean, it looks like a crescent moon.
It doesn't though.
It really
looks like a weird bird. Here's where I do have some respect for Cresselia. Here's where it comes from. There is a famous painting. Not a painting, drawing, I think, by MC Ecker, where there's like this structure, and there's these like birds with human heads inside the structure, and Cresselia kind of looks like one of those. I don't know if that was an inspiration on the design or if it's just a coincidence, but it makes me think of that. That's cool. I like when pop culture makes me think of like odd things like that.
Fair.
Something about the way it's executed though just doesn't come together for me.
Fair. I don't love Cresselia. Although it's an interesting thing, this is another Pokemon that, like, Lunatone aside, Cresselia's role as the lunar Pokemon is supplanted by a box legendary later on.
That also just like
which
they've done a bunch of Pokemon at this point, starting with Clefairy, in fact, where the thing was like, it's from the moon.
Yeah, Clefairy's from the moon, but then Cresselia is the lunar. Yes.
A lot of Pokemon associated with the moon, which is fine. Who doesn't love the moon? Said the neo-pagan. It's just I think this is one of the weaker
I don't
ones.
think Cresselia's the strongest design. Like, all this arguing is for me to say, put her in B.
Yeah. That's fine. We can
like,
put her,
lower end of B as well.
Like here, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Do we need to argue about this?
Okay, right. Well, slow down for a second, because the thing is, like, Manaphy is another Mew. Only this time it's like aquatic themed.
Yep.
Which, I mean, I guess. But then the thing is, when you've shown Mew flying around underwater as well, it sort of does feel a bit less.
Special.
Like, do we need this to exist?
Yeah.
I don't dislike Manaphy for that. I would probably put her in C.
Really?
Like,
okay.
Bottom of C for the record. Because I do think that's Fiona.
You can see my confusion, I think.
Yeah. Fiona is interesting because for a while there, it was the only legendary Pokemon that could be obtained by breeding. In fact, I think it... I can't remember how it works with some of these newer Pokemon.
So, like...
But that's weird, right? They made a Pokemon that can breed with a legend... The thing is, I'm pretty sure...
Pokemon...
Fuck.
Yeah, it's a Pokemon...
They made a legendary that can breed and create a different offspring.
Pokemon,
and that's the only way to get Fiona. You cannot breed for more Manaphy. I don't actually remember what egg group Manaphy is in. It might be possible to only breed it with a Ditto.
Which is just, like... all of that effort for that.
I might want to double check that one.
I mean, like, even if that's not the case, like, okay, you have to catch this thing, and you have to breed it with something else. You got to hatch the egg, and all of that effort for a Pokemon that is just the same design, but we moved some of the dots around and we made its like tassel a different shape.
Yeah,
I
no, I
don't.
will say,
What is
like,
the point of this?
again, I'm fine enough with Manatha, and I think it has like a decent design, but I
Also,
this is not an interesting usage of we made it so you can breed like a legendary
yeah,
or like a mythical
okay, I'm gonna get on my like, look at everybody. Somebody with Pokemon design ideas is about to speak.
Oh,
Like, I just think that if you're gonna do something like that, it should give you something that's like fucking cool. Like, it doesn't have to be, let's say fucking cool. It doesn't have to be like Mewtwo looking or whatever. But like, it
yeah,
needs to be
I mean,
something where there's like, either you have like some kind of control over like what the resulting Pokemon is like oh, maybe if you breed it with like different egg groups it has a different type or like some wild shit like that, right?
go this way. If Heatran came out of that egg,
Yeah, right. But like you can't just make people go through all that effort and then give them just a thing that looks like the same Pokemon but is technically a different one. Also, the fact that I'm gonna put these side by side again for a second, okay?
yeah,
This one looks like the adult, even though it's the
like
offspring.
okay,
That's fucking weird.
that's not normally true. That's just because of how these images are scaled. Fiona is notably smaller.
No, no, no,
Like
no,
in
no.
game.
It's not. It's not nothing to do
Um,
with the size. It's like this has like a straight tassel and like these blue markings on it. To me, that
I
scans as
see.
like older. I don't know. And
Now,
like the
for what it's
bell
worth,
shape on its head.
Manaphy has two tassels. That is not that visible here. Um,
Eh.
and two is of course bigger than one.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I don't know. Whatever. I
for what it's
just.
worth, by the way, I agree with the tier, and I think I agree with the placement as well. Actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
one of the least interesting Pokemon they've ever come up with. Darkrai is a legend.
So is Darkrai going top of A or in S? That's
S.
the question we have to ask. Nice.
Where
In
him?
S? That's the fucking.
Uh,
Darkrai's just sick. The Nightmare Pokemon fucking
yeah.
it's technically part of a duel with Cresselia, by the way.
Yeah,
Which is weird
nobody fucking remembers that, because who cares about Cresselia?
they're also not even like visually like they don't contrast one another.
Yeah,
Really.
look at this. Like, what's,
Yeah,
you
no.
know.
The fucking Darkrai movie doesn't even have Cresselia in it. The Darkrai movie has Cresselia. Nope, sorry. The Darkrai movie has Darkrai throwing hands with Dialga and Palkia, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because it's fucking
Insanely
badass.
based.
Like, this is like what you would get if you crossed a Pokemon with like a Doom monster. Like, it is one of the like fucking
Doom Monster, Shadow the Hedgehog, and
yeah,
Pokemon.
yeah. It's just like one of the sickest designs they've ever done. I think we could make a case for here. Sure, for sure.
I think that's probably fine.
Yeah.
Maybe even above Deoxys, but
sure.
You know, I feel like if they didn't use default form Deoxys, I probably wouldn't be making this argument.
Yeah, it's whatever.
If it was like speed or attack form, I would maybe be like, nah, Deoxys.
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw out something that's probably already obvious, which is that I'm a big fan of ghost type Pokemon. Anytime anybody is like, ooh, if you were in the Pokemon universe, what kind of Pokemon would you specialize in? Everybody else is always like, ooh, well, I like Pikachu, so electric type Pokemon. Or they try to do some like, ooh, well, I would want to be a cool trainer, so I wasn't like limited to one type. That's a coward's answer, by the way. No, I'm like, put me in the fucking blouse and give me the purple hair dye. I will be a Hex Maniac. I don't need any convincing.
Darkrai is a mono dark type Pokemon.
Fuck. That's fine. I always fucking make that mistake. How embarrassing. Well, I don't care.
Anyway. Shaman of the Sky. Another Sky Pokemon. I actually don't remember Shaman's deal in great detail, although I did like the Shaman Giratina movie. Yeah. It's not quite as sky high as Rayquaza, but it is pretty sky high. I like Shaman.
Here's what gets me about Shaman. Shaman as depicted here, adorable.
Yes, hedgehog.
Lovable. My child.
Delightful.
My son.
Delicious. What?
What?
I don't know why I said that.
I don't know why you said that either.
I wouldn't eat Shaman for the record. I think Shaman's cute, and I like grass types.
Yeah.
This is a good grass type.
Yeah, no, just a really good Pokemon. Grass Fairy, I think. Yeah.
No, grass just mono.
Grass mono. Okay.
And Shaman's Skyform is grass flying.
The thing is, Skyform I sort of hate. I
like. Okay, I'm gonna steal the stage for a minute. Shaman obviously perfect in that form, normal form with an E at the end. It's one of those Pokemon, by the way. I think. Shaman looks like a first stage, like early-ish. Shaman is the first grass type you see on a route to me.
It does
like
have a little of the Heatran thing going
like
on, yeah.
Type thing.
Yeah.
And then, which, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. Obviously for Heatran it works out really fun because Heatran is just that. Shaman's gimmick to make itself a legendary is that Sky form.
Which is
where it's
bad.
A reindeer?
Yeah.
I don't know, but now hold on a minute.
Like
It was a hedgehog reindeer? What's the overlap, right? Like it's a bit too dramatic a form change, and the other thing is the reindeer form is like, well, it's too small to be good as an imposing legendary, but I think it's a bit too normal animal to be good as one of these like fey legendaries, so it's kind of just
It does.
And again, there's a form change from a adorable little hedgehog.
It does have like a nowhere man problem of like it doesn't really fit in any of the categories that exist for it. So what do we do with it? And my answer is, well, you never use it in battle, and you just kind of, admire it. You either put it in the box, or if you're playing one of the games that blessedly has some kind of like social feature for your Pokemon, you do that with it.
Oh, as a fucking side note, by the way, I feel like we should have been talking about this entire time. Some, but not all, of these Pokemon talk in their movies.
Oh, we can't get into considering that because I haven't seen enough of the movies.
No. For the record, I believe the only ones so far that talk. Mewtwo, obviously. Lugia talks, weirdly enough.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't think I knew that. I probably did at one point, but I had just completely forgotten because that's a animal. I don't know what kind of animal,
Lugia
but that's an
is
animal.
Weird as fuck. I don't think any of the other Pokemon that are present there talk. I think Shaman does.
It does. I remember this.
Yeah.
Because, backstory time.
Shaman talks, Arceus talks as well, by the way.
Backstory time. Arceus talking makes sense. Arceus is a deity.
Yeah, God of all Pokemon, Mewtwo is a fucking artificial
Lugia,
that's... No, there's nothing there. That was dumb.
Yeah, Shaman, I know Shaman talks because, when I was, like a youngish teen, my younger brother got obsessed with, like, the 5th or 6th or 7th Pokemon, the one about Shaman.
I think that's 8 or 9.
Okay, well,
it might be 10.
All right, it's some number between 5 and 12.
The movie is called Shaman the Sky, or Giratina and the Sky Warrior.
Yeah,
and the Sky Warrior is Shaman.
And I just remember watching it with him and being like, I think I might be too old for Pokemon, which obviously has proven not to be true because like. A couple years after that, I got a job at Wegmans and spent my first paycheck on Pokemon Black. So
because you're currently in a voice call where we'll be talking about Pokemon
for
an hour.
Yeah. You get it. But that was like the only time in my life I've ever been like, isn't this whole thing kind of dumb? Which I
haven't seen the movie long enough to comment on. So
like it as a creature. Adorable.
By the way,
Shaman
just real quick,
in that movie.
Shaman so many times that it's beginning to sound not like a Pokemon and instead just like an Irish guy.
What?
Well, because Shay, and like Shaman's are like Irish names.
Okay.
So Shaman.
I'm gonna assume you can say that because you live in Scotland, which is also like a Celtic country.
They're just names, Jane.
Right. Okay.
It's alright. We don't need, you know.
Look, I'm sorry. I live in the United States. There's a lot of like weird. There's a lot of stuff that goes on here. Okay.
Sorry. I am going to say
it's a matter of deference.
Low B.
Yeah.
Possibly beside Heatran, just for the
for the giggle. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
I just no, of course not. But yeah, no. Shaman is the only time in my life where I've ever been like, you know.
I will say
maybe I should get into basketball or something.
I have never really disliked Shaman, but this is the most I've ever thought about Shaman, and even saying, "Oh, it's like the early game grass type," has kind of made me upset that it isn't that.
Yeah, doesn't it seem like it should be one of those, and that it should evolve into like a bigger hedgehog with like maybe pine cones on its back or some shit like that?
That might be raw.
Yeah,
that's like fucking favorite Pokemon of the region type material.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Well. Anyway. Arceus, the founder, the god of all Pokemon.
They only had one chance to do a Pokemon that was the creator deity of Pokemon as a concept, and I think they knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah, I would agree. The goat in the fence is pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Inspired choice, goat, by the way, very like biblical animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, it's not just a goat. It is a little bit more of an original design. Of course, I call it goat in fence as like a comedic jab, but that thing around its chest is just cool looking.
Yeah.
And it changes colors depending on Arceus's type.
Yeah, which I think
there
that,
you go.
like, they needed
an
to
interesting normal type legendary.
Well, okay, when I said that earlier, I meant an interesting normal type legendary that does not have a type changing gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, they'll figure it out. They've got time. Pokemon's not going anywhere, despite what, you know, some people who are really into Pal World seem to think.
Fucking Pal World. I've not heard that name in like a year.
It's popular. People play it. I don't want to talk about it though because it's stupid. You know, go play like Serial and Ultimate or something. Support like actual good independent creature collector games. Cassette Beast is a good one.
Go play Pocket Mortis for your mobile phone.
All right, come on now.
Sorry. Arceus.
Arceus is like obviously somewhere up here. Yeah.
I'm gonna say above Darkrai.
Above Darkrai.
I think I like Giratina more. It's just a bit of a cooler looking Pokemon
to
me.
I would actually even if you had said like literally right here, I would have been like, yeah, I get it. Like I wouldn't agree, but yeah.
No, it's gonna get shiny as well, by the way.
Victini is just a piece
before we do Victini, I need to think about something for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Arceus is the only Pokemon in this whole list that has title billing.
In like a game.
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah. That's wild. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna give it to one, I mean,
it's not the first Pokemon whose name is in the game.
No,
like,
but
fucking Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee for a start, but like
still, like,
they.
You know, That's him.
It's a good one.
That's the man.
Also, I remember his voice in the fucking movie being weird as fuck, by the way.
I would imagine that he's got like a really deep booming voice. Is that not what they went? Yeah, what did they go for?
I don't quite know if I could do like an imitation, and I might be misremembering. But it's sort of like an almost like a snobby, nasally, but low-pitched thing still.
Huh.
Like, you mortals couldn't dare comprehend me. Or something.
No. Josh, that's it for now in my mind.
It's a weird voice to pick for Arceus is the point, but I kind of respect it.
Yeah.
I actually now want to see how Arceus sounds in that movie in Japanese and English.
I guarantee you the JP voice track went with like the real deep, like.
Oh yeah,
You know,
sure.
we got
no,
like
the Dog might have one going for like some fucking snobby, but like justify. You know.
What's
Arceus
that?
is
Oh,
good.
sorry, hold on. There's like a really iconic voice actor known for his deep booming voice. Wakamoto something. Who am I thinking of?
There are quite a couple that are very good for that, to be fair. So you're probably asking, you know, you could come up. It's not the Wakamoto something, but like Gasha Tanda or whatever the fuck his name is, Kanta Miyake would honestly be a pretty good Arceus if he decided to do it. I think Kenjiro Tsuda would be hilarious as Arceus.
Kenjiro Tsuda, by the way, congrats on being the like only good voice actor in Shin Megami Tensei 5. Sorry. I've never played a Japanese voice like a game with Japanese voice acting and been like, the voice acting in this kind of sucks until I played that.
That's rare.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like everything else about the game is pretty good. I just really don't like the voice acting. Anyway, different creature collector,
which is my like starting generation.
Yeah, this is your era.
However,
Victini.
I never owned a Victini because as a kid I didn't I missed the distributions or Victini was like an event that you had to, you know. Victini was back when they didn't just give you the mythical Pokemon, they gave you an event to give you access to the mythical Pokemon, and then they played like a whole story thing.
Hey, by the way, can I just cut in here? I'm going to go ahead and say that this video is going to be the season finale of Tiermaker Roulette, because our original plan was to record 3 tonight. We have now hit the length of about 3 of these videos normally, and we still have like half the tier to go. So
again,
we're locking in. We're good.
I'm gonna say once we get past Gen 5, things should speed up.
Still, like
Pokemon.
It's. I just wanted to say that because I'm happy with where we're at. Is all.
Yeah. Oh, for the record, once this is done, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. It's late where you are.
I'm going to the cinema tomorrow, like 2:00. You know, yeah. I need to get up, need to shave, need to make sure my nose isn't like bleeding.
Yeah. Need to make sure you're not covered from head to toe in your own blood.
That would be really awkward going into the cinema looking like that after all. But yeah, Victini is
more like mid-teeny.
Like, here's the thing, I'm the Gen 5 one, I'm biased, but Victini is, here's another Mew. Here's another, like, Fey Pokemon.
Let me actually put forward a counter-argument. Victini is actually, here's a Mew crossed with, like, a Pikachu clone. And
okay. I know what you mean.
I don't respect it.
Because it's a bit more of like a mascot animal.
Yeah, I do not
bigger eyes, more of like a visually distinctive design, but not necessarily for the better. V for victory, you know? I get where you're coming from. I still think it's supposed to be like, you know, here's our Mew, our Celebi, our Jirachi, our Manaphy, our Victini. And I do like its design somewhat. And, you know, V for victory. I'm about that. Fucking, you know. I think there's like a Mario game where Mario did like V for victory as the victory pose, but they were like, no, that's cringe and immature, so they changed it. And then they went back to it, because it's like, no, fuck that, you know?
Are there people who think V for victory is cringe? That's not my point of contention here. I just think it.
The thing is, V for victory is like very popular in like Japan, which suggests to me that there was probably a point in Japan where V for victory was cringe.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, I like Jirachi, but kind of not Jirachi. Fuck it. I mean, Victini. I like Jirachi, but Victini.
Yeah.
I do like Victini a decent amount. Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, relative to this list, I honestly cannot make a very good case for it. And even for me saying, like, yeah, I like Victini a decent amount, I'm still kind of like,
Do you though?
And also less than a lot of the Pokemon that are on here. Probably the highest I could place it is bottom of B.
I'll give you C.
Top of C then.
Alright.
Yeah. Sorry, Victini. But, you know.
Now,
the Three Musketeers.
I don't like any of these Pokemon, so...
Well, Sorry, I'm fucking...
You do?
I think I found the source of the culprit. Or rather, I felt an itch just right on the,
Oh, good,
a
nose update. Let's go!
Yeah.
Nose reveal!
No, I found, a point on, the perimeter of my nostril where it's like, oh, there's blood that's a bit hard there.
I reference nose reveal all the time. I don't think anybody remembers that video.
No, honestly, I'll be frank, I didn't get a reference.
That's okay.
Am I definitely not bleeding after doing that? Good, okay. Fucking hate noses, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna, jump ahead and say that Verizon is my favorite of these three.
The green one, right?
Yeah, I haven't watched the movie that is about these guys in a while. Don't put them down yet, because I want to fucking talk about them, Jen. Leave them still. You're distracting me. Jen, I'm going to stab you. I want to make your nose bleed. Verizon is probably my favorite. Cobalion's probably the best, to be fair. I do like Cobalion's color, by the way. That is not a color that's on very many Pokemon at all.
This is fighting fair, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
fighting Steel type is also just a cool typing. These guys, though, for what they actually are, they are kind of just more like Lake Trio-y Pokemon that are associated with myths in a certain region, which, as we've established, is a good concept.
There's some ones that are coming up that are that I will go to bat for. These three are not.
I kind of have a feeling I know which ones we're talking about.
You might be able to take an educated guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that with the Yogi Bear dick. An educated guess.
Anyway. These designs are more varied, obviously, than the Lake Trio. But it's hard to get a sense of what they actually are. Mind you, I haven't watched a movie that's about them in a while. No. I tried to remember if they talk or not.
Can I level with you? I feel like the fact that you're struggling to come up with anything about them is a sign of telling on its own.
It is. I think Keldeo might talk, by the way.
I don't even remember. Keldeo's the middle one, right?
No, Keldeo's way later on. Keldeo's the one that...
Oh, that's the one with the... Yeah, okay. No, that's the one that looks like a My Little Pony. I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
brain moment. Yeah.
I am probably going to say...
One in the middle is Terrakion?
Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion.
Yeah,
okay. Or Virizion.
Yeah.
Probably Virizion.
Virizion Wireless.
I kind of also want to put them in the bottom of B-ish, but unfortunately I feel like C.
No, if C is as high as I will let you go with these guys. Okay. Sorry. Where are we putting them?
Cobalion is below Victini.
Okay, that seems a little high.
Virizion is above Virizion.
This is Terrakion. We're doing.
I know that's on top of Virizion.
We're doing them in order though.
Alright, fine. In between Regirock and Regice.
Alright.
Actually, no. No, below Regirock.
Alright.
And Virizion is above Cobalion, but below Victini.
Alright.
Nice.
We're gonna do a little reshuffling here.
Yeah.
Do I need to say anything, or can we just put them in D? They got the,
I'm kind of surprised that you are saying that so quickly, by the way, because I feel like there are a weird amount of people that are these guys defenders. Um,
Okay, here's what I like. Here's what I'll give you. If there was only one of these guys, I would be on board.
yeah.
But there's not. There's three of them.
Also, if all three of them were in their Therian forms, it would be
Yeah, that's the other thing. Is like
like
they later
better.
got.
Except I kind of hate all the Therian forms.
I don't hate them. I think they are. They're a little different at least. And there's also that other one that they added that is not on here, which to be honest is fine because I
Yeah,
hate that
hate
one.
that one. That one would be the E tier.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
um
I think we're fine to put these in D though.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put
Um,
them above the Lake Trio because the Therian
I'm gonna
forms I
say
think are a little
that's yeah. Landers goes at the top because he's got the
okay.
coolest hair.
All right,
He's got the
yeah.
coolest hair. He's got the coolest pose. He's got the most aura. And his
Like
Therian form
it's one of those
is
things
cool.
of like it's just like not a design aesthetic that works in this context. I like
In
it.
freeze. Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, like Jin's classical fucking this type of Japanese like weather god. Cool.
gyms are
Uh
not Japanese.
they're a Jin of some description.
No, they're not.
Nah, don't worry. If I went on
Gyms
Landers'
are
page, I'm sure
gyms are
nah,
a Middle Eastern
nah.
thing.
I know, but nah. Look, if there's one of them, it would be cool.
If there was, yeah, if there was only the one, it would be cool. The fact that there's more than one kind of like over dilutes it and ruins it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gen 5 Dragon.
Reshiram and Zekrom. Uh, Reshiram, I played Pokemon Black first as my first Pokemon game, so Reshiram was my first box legendary. Uh, to that end, I'll just get ahead of myself. I like Reshiram more than Zekrom. Just more across the board. I think the like feathers are a more interesting design aesthetic than Zekrom's whatever Zekrom is made
It's
out
like a
of.
cool dragon or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
can
and I do think
I.
the block white
Yeah.
is just like more striking and interesting to me than the block black. Plus the fucking fire on its tail is just a bit cooler than the lightning on Zekrom's in my opinion.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Um,
Yeah.
being of the age that I am, these guys have always been very. We have the blue eyes white dragon at home to me.
Of course.
Um, which is
Sucks to suck.
not a terrible thing. You know, I did like the blue eyes white dragon and its counterpart, the red eyes black dragon. I think it would be difficult to argue that this did not at least come up at some point when these Pokemon were being designed. I don't think they were an intentional riff on that, but like, you know, these people are aware of these things. That said, I actually misspoke earlier. I got Pokemon White when I bought a Gen 5 game because I got Zekrom as my box legendary. I like Zekrom a little more. I don't like either of them that much. I don't hate them. They're a little over designed in my opinion in terms of just like the geometry of them. But they're fine. So I'm gonna defer to you. Wherever you want to put these two is fine by me.
Right. I will also say I haven't actually paid like proper attention to Black and White's story in a while, nor played Black and White 2 in forever, which will matter more for Kyurem. But they are like very specific to Unova in a way that I think was like a good call. Obviously, a lot of the like smaller legendary and mythical Pokemon have become very like place specific, but they've been place specific within regions, whereas your box legendaries are like, yeah, this is the god of space and the ozone layer and all land on the planet. So I think these three dragons just being specific to the foundation of Unova specifically is like a good call. I'm glad that is something that they adopted for the legendaries. Not in every generation, but you know, a good call there.
It does seem to have been like the driving force since then, with like one exception. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get there. I don't know why I said we'll get there. So yeah, Solgaleo and Lunala. Wow, crazy. They're literally like pretty cool, by the way. But
yeah, I like both of those Pokemon. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, ahead of ourselves. I like Reshiram enough to want to put it in high A tier. Like, I think above Reggie Gigas. Frankly, I want it above Raikou, but I don't think you'll let me do that.
No, I will not. Sorry.
No.
those are our like, you know, me and you have like attachments to these specific legendary Pokemon for personal reasons. I think that's valid.
Yeah. Okay. Zekrom, to me, is either top of B, or if you want to do like a you let me have Reshiram and A thing,
I'm fine with top of B, honestly. That's about how I feel about it too, to be honest.
Kyurem.
I like Kyurem a little more than the other two. It is a very dragon-ass dragon.
By God, that is true.
It is a fucking dragon. That is a dragon.
I like the Kyurem fusions a lot, by the way.
I don't. I like Kyurem by itself a lot better.
I mean, I like Kyurem by itself. The dragons are very over-designed, but I fucks with them.
Fair.
I fucking don't super remember the lore for Kyurem either. I know that like Unova had an original dragon. It was split into Reshiram, Zekrom. I think Kyurem is sort of like the remnants or something like that, and that's why I can merge with them. Blah blah blah. If they make a Pokemon Legends Unova, the original dragon will probably be in it.
Cool.
But yeah, I think Kyurem can go like for me. It's an A, but it's like a fair bit further down in the tier. Like honestly, it might be bottom of A tier. I think I like Dialga and shit more. Nice. Cool.
I
Keldeo.
respect this design more than you might assume. I don't really love it, but I get what they're going for.
Yeah, MLP.
It's a little
My Little before, by the way.
Yeah, it's a little My Little Pony dude, and he's a sword fighter. Like I get it. It's a solid concept, and I think it's done pretty well. This is like an archetypal B tier legendary to me.
Yeah, it's
It's just like, yeah, I see what you're going for. You did it. Good job.
Weirdly enough, I actually think if you muted the colors a good amount, this would work as like a normal Pokemon. But the colors being somewhat colors actually make it fit as a legendary Pokemon, as bizarre as that interaction works.
Yeah.
Plus the form change, of course. For a while, when I was like young, Keldeo was actually like my favorite legendary.
Yo, lore.
The thing is, that's like so long ago that I don't even relate to that, and I don't understand how I got there.
Alright.
But I'm comfortable putting Keldeo like higher end of B.
Do you think like maybe here?
You know, I've become so attached to Heatran that Keldeo's going below Heatran.
Alright. These guys can be the like we could have been normal Pokemon if they tweaked their designs a little bit. Something. Meloetta. Meloetta.
Yeah. Songstress. Normal psychic and normal fighting type in its form change, by the way.
I like this Pokemon. People are always really down on the Pokemon that are just like little guys, like little people, essentially.
Yeah.
I think Meloetta's one of the better ones, though. Like.
No, I like Meloetta quite a bit. It's just a nice design.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it's a movie Pokemon or if it just has like a decent focus episode or something.
I think there's a movie.
I cannot be bothered checking anyway.
Me neither.
I remember liking the Meloetta song. I like its normal design more than its other form, but its other form has like a fucking like beehive haircut or whatever.
Which I do respect a lot, yeah.
I do. I genuinely do.
Pirouette form, I think it's called. Is that right?
Something.
I think that's true. I don't think I made that up.
There is a It has a pirouette form. I don't remember which one is which, though.
One is which. Fair enough.
Yeah. I like its song. I like its design. I like the sheet music here. This... It kind of works as a mythical.
Yeah.
I will say... We're getting very close to just a broader design philosophy change in Pokemon that I have, and many other people have noticed. Pokemon are, around this point, becoming less animalistic and more like humans in like weird animal bodies. Or in other words, Pokemon have jobs now, you know?
What? Sorry, hold on, what?
Yeah, okay, Pokemon have jobs now is like in reference to, for example, like the Gen 6 starters are very specifically Magician, Thief is maybe a bit less of a job, and like Knight. Or Gen 8's actually better for it. Footballer, Sniper, Drums. All Pokemon of those like archetype are those.
I guess.
And
I will point out, like, immediately though, you go to Gen 9, and it's like,
yeah,
okay, well, fucking
Magician, Dancer, and you get Singer.
Like Skeledirge is like, it does sing, but also it's like a fucking ghost crocodile with a bird on its head. So like, I'll give you Meowstic.
This isn't every Pokemon, and this isn't like every single
Meowscarada, rather. Sorry.
Thing. I don't even think it's necessarily a bad change universally. Although it is a noticeable change that sometimes is for the worse. But again, it's also not actually like universal, and a lot of the people that do post about this type of thing just ignore examples to the contrary.
Yeah, such as several that we're coming up on.
Yeah.
But you know,
whatever. I like Meloetta.
Yeah.
Not loads. I don't love it. It's either top of B or like lower end of A for me.
Those are both fair. I will just put in a quick comment. They did a thing in, I think it was the DLC for Scarlet and Violet.
You're right. I was going to mention that earlier.
Yeah, where there's like a kind of esoteric way you can encounter one of them, and I thought that was really cool.
Correct. It's the Regi shit again, actually.
Yeah. Except you can actually like learn how to do it in a reasonable manner.
You know what? Yeah. Put her in A.
Yeah.
Also, fucking her shiny was recently made available for, I think, the first time. You have to complete all 3 Pokedexes that are in Gen 9.
That's stupid.
You need to complete all 3 Pokedexes that are in Gen 9 and transfer them into Home. And when I say complete all 3 Pokedexes in Gen 9, what that means is, like, if I transfer in a Scizor from Pokemon Sword, well, that's from Pokemon Sword. That doesn't count. Yeah. Shane, at some point, I'm going to borrow your Miraidon, if that's okay.
Sure. You'll just have to remind me, because I haven't done anything on...
I've got a lot of other Pokemon to do first.
Yeah.
But that's, I believe, the only way to get Shiny Meloetta legally. Cool. Genesect.
Genesect is one of my least favorite Pokemon designs of all time.
What?
Yeah. That is a Mega Man boss. That is not a Pokemon. That is a robot.
That's alright. It's a fucking robot revived from an ancient... They got an ancient fucking fossil. They brought it back with modern science.
I am making a thumbs down in real life.
I don't give a fuck.
I just don't like it. What if we made a really cool insect Pokemon and then didn't let you see it because we put it in like cyber armor from the year 2000?
Okay, that's just what it looks like though. And it's bug steel, which we like because
Scizor is a much cooler Pokemon with that same type.
Scissor's awesome. That's not what.
I don't respect it. I do not respect it. This is like if you could catch Mew in his movie armor as a separate Pokemon, which for the record I would also hate. I just don't like it.
By the way.
Yeah, Mewtwo.
Genesect has a movie about the Genesect and Mewtwo's. I need to watch that. The shiny is bright red, by the way, which is cool. Speaking of Pokemon theories, there
Like,
is actually a theory that Genesect is just a revived Kabutops, pretty much because it has a similar body type as Kabutops.
Kabutop's another example of a Pokemon that is much cooler than Genesect.
Like,
I
fucking
love,
didn't realize you were
I love
Genesect
Kabutops.
hater.
I am such a Kabutops fan. I could sit here
Alright,
all
well,
day and talk about how cool Kabutops is.
my personal
I don't
placement for
respect
Genesect
this. This is a robot.
is my personal placement for Genesect is the very top of A tier.
Alright, well, my personal placement is about here. So let's
Okay.
compromise and put it in B.
Fine, yeah.
We'll put it like
Put
I
it
don't know,
below
like,
Shaman, I think.
okay.
I don't want it interrupting the little
brothers.
trio of friends there.
I will look.
Yes.
Yeah, like I'm just to clarify. I will admit I a little bit leaning into it for the bit, but I genuinely really dislike Genesect's design. I do not care
Its
for
name
it.
is like Genesect Insect. That's awesome.
It's not.
No, sorry, I meant to say Genocide.
Yeah, no,
Insect.
I know. I'm going to go
Yeah.
ahead and just say that is also a factor for why I think it's kind of lame.
Well, it's like
We'll
Genesis.
We'll move on.
Xerneas and Yveltal. Life and death. We are once again in slightly higher concepts, and I don't actually get them in the. I don't remember.
X
Like,
and Y are
I don't
weird.
remember how it quite works. That's
X
like,
and Y are weird games, right? First 3D games in the series.
Yeah.
Introduction of fairy type. Hugely. That's a big change. You know, we've updated massive. The type chart for the first time since Gen 2. We've made the leap to 3D. Correct. And
you can move in 8 directions.
You know,
or more.
Mega Evolution.
Which they didn't do the Star Pokemon or any of the Pokemon from the Gen until Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, where they only gave it to the Mythical.
Yeah. X and Y are
Legend CA, please.
Yeah, X and Y are
Mega.
X and Y are, I think it is fair to say, pretty much nobody's favorite Pokemon gen. That said, I rate it very highly, actually. I think X and Y are really bold. It was
bizarre for me to play them 12 times in a row, of which 11 or 12 times I failed after the first gym. Randomizer Soul Links are just great fun.
Why do you do this to yourself?
It was bizarre for me to play them, like, knowing that people were like, oh, these are, like, kind of the worst ones, and then just be like, dude, this is just like a Pokemon game.
Yeah, no. X and Y is, like...
I kind of like that.
I said that they're nobody's favorite Pokemon gen. They're not my favorite, but they're up there. It's probably the most straightforward Pokemon game for like a while. And I just think that it is pretty fun. Like I'm mostly basing this off of X, which is the one that I had, but or no, sorry, I had Y. No, I had Y.
But like, X changes the experience that much.
Shut up. But you know, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I miss the Dream Safari. People don't talk about the Dream Safari. That was fun to me.
I don't remember what that is.
It was like a thing where you could like tap into your friend's profile and it spawned like a little area where you could catch wild Pokemon. It was just like a fun thing. It's kind of like a proto, like a very early stab at some of the open worldy stuff they would start committing to more heavily in Sword and Shield. In that it was like not like a fixed location with a fixed encounter list. You know what I mean? Like it just is interesting to me. A lot of new ideas in that game, but also it's just like good fun. We are kind of on a tangent as to the actual discussion of these two legendaries because there's not really a ton to say about them.
I will say,
I like them both fine.
They are their letter.
Yeah.
Also, Xerneas is, I think, a very good design. Well, I'll talk about Lucky Veltal separately, obviously. But Xerneas on its own is a big fucking deer that's colored weirdly and has like fireworks in his antlers. I'm about that. This to me is like mid-high A tier. I genuinely just think it's like a strong design.
I don't like it that much, but I'll agree with you that it's good. This to me is more of a upper B tier design, I would say. Like
I'll
maybe
take
around
that.
here.
Like, to be fair, I put him above Lugia myself.
Okay.
For that matter, I probably put him above the other birds. You don't have to agree.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like Articuno.
Yveltal.
Yeah.
Big bird, it's a Y. My favorite thing about Yveltal, honestly, its signature move absorbs like
Oblivion Wing.
I think it absorbs like 2/3 of the damage it deals or some shit, or like half.
Which is a little crazy.
Not just that, Jin. You can give it a big root, which makes you absorb more health from moves that absorb health, such that you just get back most of the damage you just dealt, which is really fun.
Yeah, that's a power train, absolutely.
That, to be fair, is probably my favorite thing about Yveltal.
Design-wise, it's sort of just evil-looking Lugia.
A little bit, yeah.
I think we can put him like here.
Sure, why not? Shadow Lugia, but after Shadow Lugia. I will say,
Zygarde.
I don't think the designs of Xerneas and Yveltal contrast each other all that well.
No, not even like a little bit, honestly. It's just like, well, one of them's got blue and one of them's got red. But, whatever.
Yeah.
Zygarde.
Nope. Zygarde. That's what I meant. So it's 1 in the morning.
I am going to say something that might ruffle some feathers. Zygarde is one of the best legendary designs that they've ever done.
Okay, that's far.
Yeah, I know. And I stand by it.
I'll be real, right? I think I hadn't ever cared for Zygarde that much for a while, just on its own. It is a big slug, which I respect.
It's a serpent, but that's okay.
It's a big slug.
It's a serpent, but that's okay.
It's a big slug, which I respect. I'm gonna go on Zygarde's fucking Bulbapedia page, and we're gonna find out if they say slug or if they say serpent.
I think they do, in fact, say slug, but I'm sticking with my interpretation.
Zygarde Guard, Zygarde Cells.
The cells are definitely slugs, I'll give you that. They're like weird little thingamajigs.
Can you give me a description of Oh, I've got horrible news for me.
Yeah?
Zygarde 50% form is a large serpentine Pokemon. Hey, I don't like Zygarde 100%, by the way.
I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I don't.
Or wait, no, sorry. I was
100%
I thought you were talking about like you don't 100% like the. Okay, you understand where my confusion came in? Yeah.
I do.
I'm mostly going off of this design. This version.
I kind of like the dog.
The dog's cool.
I like the tiny one. I don't like the big one. This Zygarde is solid. I think I have
really like this one.
Like it more. I've grown to like it more for 2 things. First is Horizons.
Yeah.
I shan't go into any more detail than that. Second is I don't remember where or how, but I have a level 100 distribution Zygarde that
the boy.
It was in one of my 3DS games. I brought it over to Sword and Shield. And it is just my Terra Raid Den Pokemon if I can't be fucked, actually sitting and watching the cutscene player, Put level 100 thing in front of you. I think if you Dynamax a Pokemon, it can't disobey orders, it seems like. So it just doesn't care about the fact that it's level 100. and it's good for that. I also like the color scheme.
Here's my argument for Zygarde.
Shiny color scheme is also like toothpastey, and toothpaste has nothing if
what?
not immaculate color. Have you shiny Zygarde?
Oh, shiny is okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, shiny Zygarde is like toothpastey color, and toothpaste is good for color design.
Here's what I'm gonna say to you about, especially this form of Zygarde. I think it is one of the most like alien-looking Pokemon they've ever done.
Which is weird because it's like the fucking guardian of nature or some shit.
Well, that's kind of the like why I like it.
No,
like,
for the record, I respect.
Yeah, like it is one of the Pokemon on this list that if I, I'm a regular person in the Pokemon universe. I see this thing, I'm like, oh fuck, I like did something real bad to wake up like the wrath of Mother Gaia here.
No, that's.
I really just love like I wouldn't call it quite like world serpent imagery, but it's like adjacent to that at least. And I really like the like crest. I don't know what you'd call it. The feathery bit is really good to me. It's got some cool signature moves. Ground Dragon, not too many of those. What?
I like the hexagonal shit.
Yeah,
over it.
Yeah. It's very much like it. Again, it feels like
I did hit this motherfucker with one ice beam and it dies, but that's fine.
Who cares? We're not talking about like competitive viability here. Come on, but like it feels like something like older than the current world of Pokemon, which is obviously not true, but like. It has a design that evokes that, and I think that's like really effective in conveying that like this is a nature deity kind of thing.
I will say
it is one of their strongest designs in my opinion. Like
obviously after like 12 or 13 years or whatever, we're getting Pokemon Z.
Yeah, they might do. I really want them to do. I don't know what I want them to do. I just want them to do something fucking cool with Zygarde. I don't have anything specific in mind. Just let my guy get
Megas
his.
are coming back. 100% form is already a thing. They could do Mega 100%, or they could take like the Primal approach, where it's like a little bit different than a traditional Mega.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what a fucking further evolved Zygarde is gonna look like.
Just let him cook.
As a general statement,
I
do mostly like Zygarde anyway. I probably, of my own volition, would have put him pretty high up in A tier. If you want him in S, you can have him in S. Okay.
Yeah.
The answer's like C.
I like it. I like it more than that. I put it like if it's up to me, I put her like here probably.
I don't go that far.
Okay.
Because like to me this is like C, so I'm taking like bottom of B.
All right.
Or above like Palkia.
Like I don't have a ton.
Anything else to say about it?
Yeah, I don't have.
Design is kind of neat.
It's the first fairy legendary, right? Mythical.
Yeah, No, wait, Xerneas.
Oh yeah, duh. No, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm lying to you, lying to everyone.
It's the only Gen 6 Pokemon that can Mega.
That's cool. I guess.
Fucking bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The only other thing that I think is kind of neat about it is the like Carbink connection.
Yeah, Carbink is, as we all know, my guy. Yeah. Shout out to Bink, nice. My Carbink from my, Pokemon Emerald Rogue run somewhat recently. His name is not Bink 182. It's Bink after the rat producer Bink.
In my mind, it's Bink 182.
Hey, I'm going to fist fight you.
Anyway, Hoopa. I'll be real, like, this form of Hoopa, I already don't really care about. It's like very low C for me.
But there's two forms of Hoopa, aren't there?
Is one of the like least visually appealing Pokemon.
I think Hoopa Unbound is a case where I and the Pokemon community are in consensus, which is like, what were they trying to do with this?
Yeah.
I'll concede that in a different context it might work better, but the context it's in is a Pokemon game, and it doesn't.
Or something.
Yeah, like it looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, actually. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
we can do bottom of C, I think, like around here.
yeah.
I'll put him above that, but like,
Honestly,
yeah.
I like Manaphy more, honestly.
No, I don't know. I kind of like his little
Just thinking
hooves.
if the image was Hoopa Unbound, it would be in D.
Absolutely. The thing is,
Yeah.
right? I think Hoopa has sort of a weird thing that's sort of similar to what these
It has
guys
the
have going
rings from
on.
the Sonic movie where they
Like,
portal you.
yeah, like, I think that if Hoopa just looked like this always, it would make a perfectly fine, like, regular Psychic-type Pokemon. Like,
Regular Psychic might be a bit extreme with its gimmick, but
well, you wouldn't give it the
Typical,
gimmick.
yeah.
You wouldn't give it the
Yeah.
gimmick. You would just make its ability like Prankster or something, and you would give it like some
Okay.
status moves or something like that.
Right. Volcanion, which is a Pokemon I know next to fuck all about.
It's the only water fire type that gives it
is.
points in my book. Yeah.
I don't think it's still the only water fire type, by the way.
Well, what are the other
But-
ones?
I can't remember. I know that there is more than one at this point, though. I think maybe probably.
All right. Yeah. Look that up.
Water fire type Pokemon. There's gotta be. Is there more? There's gotta be more, right? Fire water. Oh, it seems like it is only Volcanion. Well then. Yeah, that's kind of the only interesting thing about it.
See, I told you it was the only one.
Yeah. I think Volcanion might talk in its movie.
That's fucked
And
up
I
if
think
true.
I think it's voiced by Mike Pollock of Eggman fame, which
For a
Here's the
second,
thing.
okay, for a brief, beautiful second, this is going to be meaningless to you, but I need to get this out. For a brief, beautiful second, my brain mixed up Mike Pollock, voice of Dr. Eggman, with Mike Posner, American singer-songwriter, artist of I Took a Pill in Ibiza.
I see. Anyway, Mike Pollock, great voicing talent, although he's been on some shit on Twitter recently. I don't really think Mike Pollock is much of a dub anymore.
That sucks.
We're not gonna get into that right now because the nature of this video.
Sorry, I've been like, for the past couple seconds, I've been like, yeah, it would be like I took a pill up in Kalos to show Arceus I was cool. You could make like a terrible, like, early 10s, like, YouTube parody song out of that.
Anyway, I don't really like Volcanion's design. The big circle looks dumb, and you can open it up, it does that, but it still kind of looks dumb after it does that, in my mind.
It's like,
I'm looking at this and wanting it in D.
Nah, I can't do that to it. It's a bold design. I don't really care for it, but I give points for trying something different. I think like probably like down here somewhere.
I put it below everybody else in this tier. The other thing is,
okay, fine. We'll do D, but I'm putting him at the top of D.
That's fine. The other thing about it, by the way, is it doesn't look like a fire-type Pokemon or a water-type Pokemon. It is just red.
No, actually, I think it looks enough like a steam boiler that I'm like, yeah, that's a fire type and water type.
Alright.
I think that does
Type
actually
Null.
work. Type Null and the thing that it evolves into that I always forget the name
Silvally.
of. Thank you.
Is
One
it
day they
or
will
is
make
S?
a legendary Pokemon that is normal type that does not have some kind of like goofy gimmick.
I mean, this is Arceus Light.
Yeah, like I'm not a huge fan of these two Pokemon, but I don't hate them. So like, this is all you. This is
Honestly.
all you. This is all you.
Once again, I don't remember their lore. They are. I think they're like artificial because they're not actually like
Something like
introduced
that,
or
yeah.
anything like that. Its name is Type : Space Null.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
one of the weirdest Pokemon names for sure.
Yeah, like
One of the
I-
few Pokemon that I think if you leave it without a nickname, you're a little bit of a monster.
well, you know. No, I think the only Pokemon with names that match that weirdness end up being the Paradox Pokemon, but
Yeah, even
That was 2 generations later.
even then, those
And
are like
none of them have fucking semicolons in them.
even then, those are like descriptions. They aren't meant to be names per se. Like
Yeah.
type null is just you created life and you couldn't even be bothered to come up with a name for it. Like that's fucked up.
No.
Porygon's got a name.
I will say just real quick, I do think that wherever we put these, they're going together.
Yeah,
because
that's
this is
fair.
like this is a Pokemon who is storytelling, like fucking
yeah. It levels up via friendship, and your rival has one, and then by the last time you meet him, it's evolved.
I can't remember his fucking name.
Gladion? Gladion, I think.
Yeah. I called him GLaDOS at first.
Yeah, that's
that's lesbian. I like describing GLaDOS as the hot lesbian from Portal, by the way.
No, that's correct. You're not leaving anything out there.
Yeah.
Not a misleading
It's just
description
weird
in any way.
them, because I'll be real. I could put these guys very high in A or even like low S. I genuinely like these a lot. Their designs are so different and interesting, but the storytelling is there. The like Arceus light nature of them is very interesting in context.
If you want to put them that high, I will let you. I do not have strong opinions on these Pokemon, other than thinking that type null lacking a name is kind of fucked up. Which is supposed to be like in universe, like a I give them credit for that. Yeah.
That's like a name.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, there is like it's the implication not then that Gladion came up with that name because like
maybe I don't remember.
Who the fuck else would have named it?
Yeah. I'm gonna say put them at top of A for now. I wanna see how that looks for me.
I don't like putting them in front of Raikou, but I'll let you. It's alright.
Okay, I think that looks right. I don't think they're hitting like right on speaking or whatever. Right, the Tapus.
I like
what
the
have we got?
Tapus a lot.
Coco, Tapu.
Don't ask me to give you the names because I don't remember.
The other one, and Tapu Fini.
I just remember them by color, which is terrible of me.
Okay, I remember Tapu Koko because it's the important one and it's the one in Smash.
Huh.
As a Pokeball, not a playable character.
No, I mean, of course not. That would be truly wild.
Yeah. So, hey, remember earlier when we were talking about, like, yeah, they would eventually do, like, culturally significant
Pokemon in, like, a cool way? Yeah. That's these. Yeah. That's these four.
Yeah.
They are presented as, like, they have, like, relatively cute designs, but they are presented as being, like, genuinely dangerous in a way that I think is actually more respectful to the thing that they're loosely derived from than portraying them as, like, entirely benevolent would have been, because that is, like, true to how honestly most cultures with this sort of nature spirit depict them, is that they're very fickle and mercurial, like the weather.
Yeah.
You understand where people, draw that conclusion from. So, yeah, I really like all of these. I think wherever they go, they're going in together. My favorite, of course, is the purple one.
I'm going to be real. The third one, I just don't like its design as much as the others, like a notable amount.
You don't like his little hat?
No, the other thing is, like, I can see Coco, Finny, and Lele, and I can see how they, like, close. Because that's the other thing. When they're not, like, opened up, they're sort of very, like, ornamental looking in a way that I like. I did not immediately visually get that from whatever the third one is called. But, their shinies are all cool, by the way. They're all black and shit. But no, like, I am pretty much fine with more or less wherever you want to put these guys. I think, except for the third one, I'm almost gonna order. We'll get to it.
I think these guys can go high up in the B tier for sure.
Real, that's lower than I thought you would say, honestly.
Okay.
Um,
Like,
I'm fine with them being an A tier if you want.
yeah. I was gonna say like either high up in the B tier or like lower in the A tier for sure.
Yeah.
Like I would put
No,
them above like Kyurem, maybe even above. Actually, definitely above Jirachi. Like absolutely above Jirachi.
do we want to put them above like fucking Ente?
No, because Zente is my dad.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna say, Lily.
Alright,
I think purple
let's
one is
do
at
this.
top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Then Coco because I like Coco. Then Pink. This guy
Can go down
might be
here.
in B tier.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. You can
Yeah.
hang out with Ho-Oh. You said this order?
I think I like Coco more than the pink one.
Alright,
Just almost entirely because of Smash.
that's fair.
It is also the first one you like see or whatever. Cosmog.
Cosmog, whatever the fuck its middle form is called, and then these two.
Cosmo.
I feel a little less bad about not remembering which of the Tapus was which because of the fact that we're about to hit a run of me knowing the names of like maybe half of these. Yeah.
Well, you know. What do you say about Cosmog?
It's cute. Get in the bag,
It is
baby.
cute. That's true.
Get in the bag.
Real weird. This is the first free stage legendary.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? They did that once.
You cannot breed. You cannot breed it.
Well, no.
To be fair, it's not just that it's the first free stage legendary. It's the first legendary that can evolve whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Fiona does not evolve into Manaphy. It just hatches from Manaphy eggs.
Because
Jake, can we
you.
fucking make the goddamn E tier? We're putting Fiona in E tier. I'm tired of this thing.
Yeah, okay. We went almost the whole the whole video without making like.
No, you just made that D.
God damn
Blue.
it!
You're not very good at Tiermaker.
I'm not. It's true.
Not red.
No, it was green. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not that green either.
Fuck.
Green
Sorry. Fuck.
There you go.
I'm such a fuck up. Oh no, everybody knows.
Dark green. Or just blue for Fiona. The worst one. Yeah, that works. What's the other blue? Like
What?
on the colors again. There's a lighter blue, isn't there?
There's like a Hatsune Miku color. Yeah. We like that
Let's
better.
be closer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. I mean, Cosmog's cute. Get in the bag. Free stage legendary.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit weird to judge because this list has had very different. It's so unlike everything else that where do you put it? But I mean, it is cute. So is it like B cute? A cute?
I think like B cute, like high B.
B cute. Yeah. Okay. I don't care for Cosmo quite as much as like a C to me.
It does just kind of look like an egg, to be fair.
It's an interesting design, and I respect it in context of like, oh, this weird like lunal, or not this weird like orbital fucking item turns into the sun and the moon, but I'd put it in C, honestly. Put below the Regis.
That's crazy, but okay.
That's, I just don't think... Everybody remembers Cosmog, nobody thinks about Cosmo, man.
So, I'm gonna say something that's not at all surprising. I like this one better.
Everybody likes Lunala better, it's because
Really?
Lunala's better. Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was like a pretty even split, because I've definitely seen
Lunala's
people...
fucking shiny, right? Those purple wings turn this, like, deep crimson, and it's fucking awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah. Whereas, by the way, Solgaleo shiny just turns him, like, Ho-Oh red all across his body, and it looks fucking awful.
I don't know, that sounds kind of cool.
It isn't. I promise you it isn't.
Alright.
I'm sending you shiny Solgaleo. Hold on a minute before we talk about these other Pokemon. I'm gonna be real,
like...
I think it's my least favorite shiny box legendary. Look at this. And if you tell me you like it, I'll make your nose bleed.
Gosh, I'm not gonna say that I like it, but it's not nearly as bad as you led me to believe.
Look, all other shiny box legendaries are better. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna put it on
Um,
screen. The viewers can judge for themselves. Okay, this is what it looks like. Feel free to yell at me in the comments if you hate it.
yeah,
Josh will certainly be doing that. Anyway, regular
yeah,
Solgaleo I think is cool. I think is like a solid B.
yeah. I
Like
couldn't be.
around here probably.
These guys are technically ultra beasts, aren't they? Isn't that the lore?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I
I
haven't.
think they are. But then they just
Um,
represent concepts in our own universe. They're fine.
yeah,
Lunella's probably going in A, right?
yeah, like
Yeah. It's not
here,
crazy, crazy high.
like here.
It's weird. It is a like pretty mostly cool Pokemon. We didn't mention it. It's like a bat,
Yeah,
which raw.
so it's the giant bat that
Yeah.
unfolds its wings and becomes the night sky.
But the actual thing itself is just it doesn't inspire as much like holy shit as the other things in S tier. Admittedly, nostalgia is probably playing like a bigger factor than we realize, but whatever. Um,
I mean, yeah, but also I did go to bat really hard for Zygarde, so like I don't want to hear anybody
no,
being
that's true.
like,
That's true.
"Ooh, you're biased against newer designs." No, I'm not. I think Zygarde, we put Zygarde where we put Zygarde. If somebody told me Zygarde was their favorite Pokemon, I would 100% get it. That's a good fucking
Yeah.
design. Anyway,
Right, Necrozma.
I
Um,
have never really cared for this thing, although I do really like that one GIF of it using Rock Throw.
Necrozma Rock Throw is maybe everybody's favorite. No, that's not true. Everybody's favorite thing about Necrozma is its signature Z move, the light that burns the skies, or whatever it's called, which is, of course, raw as fuck.
Why does the signature Z move of this Pokemon a lyric from the opening theme of Daybreak Illusion? Ponder that.
Why is Daybreak Illusion ripping off Pokemon Sun?
A
Is the
thing that
real
came out
question.
after it. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
talk
by like
about
6 years, by the way.
that. A show no
No,
one but me likes, but that's okay.
well, the thing is, I kind of don't remember Necrozma's deal all that well. I think it's
It
also an Ultra Beast.
yeah,
So the thing is, like, what is it? It's like a black prism, light fucking is trapped in it. It's not like a black hole or anything. It
this
fuses with those other fucking box legendaries.
yeah.
I think both of the fuse designs are cool as fuck. Ultra Necrozma, I also don't care for quite as
Here's
much.
my thing.
Um,
Necrozma, you start to get to a point where there's a predetermined visual language for here's a Pokemon that doesn't look like a Pokemon. And that's true of the Ultra Beasts as well, but the Ultra Beasts have much more interesting designs.
yeah, that's a
Necrozma
good
is
point.
kind of just geometry. I'm not a huge fan. Necrozma's like a
Okay.
C to me.
I I probably campaign for the lower end of B, um, because I do
Like
think
down
its
here somewhere.
fusions like above like Latias probably. That's not Latias. Knock
Oh
it
no.
down, Jin.
No.
Well, Jin, you were talking about putting it in C. Put this thing behind Janice, you
Fine,
motherfucker.
fine.
Magirna, I'll be real as shit. I don't know what this Pokemon's deal is, even a little
Me
bit.
neither. I didn't remember what it was called until you said that just now.
The thing
It's
is,
wait, no, I do remember. It's like a really
what's original?
ancient artificial Pokemon. I don't remember
Okay.
why that's relevant to what it's from, but I remember that is it's like a
No, that's
clockwork Pokemon.
it does its original form design where it's like red and shit and not rusted or whatever is I think that's one of the things that Pokeballs are based off of probably. Um Maybe I can't remember.
I mean, obviously, out of universe is the other way around, but like
Yeah. I know.
yeah.
I will say I think we're at the point where mythical Pokemon no longer have distribution events. They have distribution. You just get the Pokemon. And not like an interesting story event about them.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember. I haven't. If these Pokemon have movies, I haven't seen them,
Yeah, I
which is a
don't.
me thing. But
No. I have seen the Marshadow movie, which we will get to that.
honestly, I didn't know there was a Marshadow
There
movie.
is. It's bad.
Uh, well, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
Magirna,
I have a relevant article on my website I can pull up when we get to the
oh Jesus
Marshadow
Christ.
movie. Yeah.
I remember somebody made you review a Pokemon movie.
Yeah,
Was that the
that
Marshadow?
was the one. Yeah.
Huh, whoa.
Yep.
Um,
We'll talk
alright,
about
well,
that. Magyarna is fine.
Magirna, like a
Magirna,
gear.
whatever. It's
Yeah,
fine.
like, the thing is, I'm kind of looking at it and thinking this is another one that looks like it could be a normal Pokemon.
Little bit, yeah. It's like a mono steel type that you catch like relatively late in the game, evolves from something else. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of think that...
Do we want to put it in with the we could have been normal Pokemon brothers?
No, because it's not
Do
that
we want to
good.
give that its own tier?
No, we don't.
No. Okay.
Yeah, that like divvies things up too much in a way that I actually do think is weird.
Okay.
This isn't going in that tier. I don't think this is B tier. I think it's in C.
All right. We'll put her like here somewhere.
Below Cosmon, maybe.
All right.
Nice.
Marshadow.
Marshadow.
Do 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 do.
I will say I kind of like this guy's design.
Pokemon the movie. I choose you.
Wait, it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was related to that movie, because I thought I Choose You was supposed to
Was
be
like a
lot more,
retelling of Gen 1. Yeah, so
like,
here's...
Yeah.
It
It
is... Okay. I Choose You is set in an alternate continuity that is like a... the best analogy I can think of is like Ultimate Marvel comics, where they're just like, here's like stuff that you're familiar with and we've taken it and we've remixed it in all kinds of weird ways.
Yeah.
It has its moments as a film. Mostly I think it's really incoherent and weird. One of the reasons it's really incoherent and weird is that this little fucker is in it. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a big like Ghost Pokemon defender. I like Ghost Pokemon on the whole. Marshadow is fine as a design. In that movie, he kind of like splinters the movie apart by being in it, because it's like, hey, here's the story of how Ash met Pikachu, and also like these characters that we made up for this movie and Marshadow are there. In that movie, Ash has a new rival named Cross, who looks like this, okay? Are you ready for Cross?
I'm ready.
Hold on, let me fucking copy the URL, right? Like, you know, like...
Oh.
Yeah! Oh! And what does this have to do with Marshadow? In a direct sense, nothing. Marshadow is, I think, actually responsible for the single best scene in the movie, which is like where Ash has like some kind of induced nightmare about like living in a world without Pokemon, and it's like, yeah, man, that would be fucking rough, wouldn't it? Probably the best single scene in the whole film, like I said. But it's because of that, Marshadow kind of represents like a weird, uncomfortable growth period for Pokemon, where like, okay, we're trying to actively appeal to the Gen 1 fans, but also we've got this new like event Pokemon we've got to push. Let's just mash these two stories together in a way that makes no sense. And, you know, if anybody's got a problem with it, kind of, oh well. Like, it has made me dislike the Pokemon. Again, the design is good. Ghost fighting, that's neat.
Yes.
I love that for him. Its context drags down what I think is otherwise a pretty good Pokemon. And so I'm asking like high C, low B, probably.
I wouldn't put in... like, I did kind of like the design, but not so much that I'm, like, actually attached to it. Its shiny isn't visible until it's in battle, which doesn't matter, because I don't think you can get its shiny, legally, but that is kind of, like, cool conceptually. I'd probably put it, like, mid-high C.
Alright.
Maybe above Cosmom.
Sure.
The thing is, like, it probably is a better Pokemon than the Regis, but I think when you get... This is one of those areas where sometimes nostalgia does actually feel like it's the real, actual factor. I know the Regis, I've known them for fucking ever. Those guys are, like buddies of mine. We go way back.
It's just...
Marshadow, like, Marshall Mathers, like, come on.
Marshadow Mathers.
Yeah.
Here's...
I think I called mine in the Sun and Moon Nuzlocke Eminem.
Stout Shady. Because he's
anyway.
Short. Design-wise, it is the kind of thing where I'm like, this could have just been a regular Pokemon. And I would like it. I would like it more if it had been, because then it wouldn't be like have all this like undue weight placed on it, where it's like.
Honestly, I think if it was a regular Pokemon, it might have a more interesting design. I feel like they would add a few more.
Possibly,
details.
Yeah. But it's just this whole thing of like, it's the story of Ash and Pikachu, and also your new friend Marshadow, and it's like, hey, what are we doing? It's just. I don't know. They just should have given him his own movie. I don't know. I probably would not have gone much higher, but I would probably be putting it like at least at the top of C, maybe in B.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know this one.
Or Zeraora. Okay. Zeraora, I can't remember if it has a movie or not. It is only in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon as, again, a distribution-only Pokemon without an event associated with it. If it has a movie, I don't remember. If it's in the anime, I never saw the episode. I think it's electric fighting type, maybe? It might have a signature ability and a signature move, I can't remember. The only thing people have to say about this Pokemon is that it's furry bit. That's like the only comment anybody has
That's
about it.
Not worth engaging with. Genuinely, I'm just like, we're just not going to talk about that because it's stupid. Sorry.
For what it's worth, it is... Yeah, it's an Anthro Pokemon, looks...
Is it?
Normal.
I mean, I guess, but like
it's like
it's just
Anthro-humanoid, like Lucario.
I'm gonna reverse engineer something. There is a move that shows up in Poké-Rogue that you can unlock for some Pokemon called Plasma Fist, and I am imagining that this is where that comes from. Plasma Fist is very useful, so thank you for that, I guess. But like, I'm just not.
There's also a Digimon,
invested.
I think, that it looks like, but I can't remember.
Like I just don't care about this guy. I care about some of the Pokemon coming up. Again, I don't want to hear the they hate new Pokemon. We have Zapdos in C tier. It is not purely like a nostalgia-driven exercise, I promise you. But like,
I kind of think
who is this man?
Second bottom of C.
That seems like a little low, but
then, come on.
I mean, I'll put him.
It doesn't really inspire anything, does it?
No. Actually, nah.
For what it's worth, and this is not me suggesting that we change its position. It is kind of with the Heatran Keldeo Shaman Club, where it looks like the second stage of like a two-stage, like mid-late game Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I can be very honest, what it feels like is that this was a design that they had left over, and they wanted to like add a little extra something to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
It genuinely could be that.
That just seems like what happened.
In terms of like mythical Pokemon, it really is. Maybe not the most boring, but it's one of them.
It's down there. He's just a little guy. Josh, he's just a little guy. Josh?
Melton, who's only notable... Sorry,
he's
pardon.
Just
let me start again.
A little guy.
Melton is only obtainable in Pokemon Go, I believe.
Admittedly odd, yeah.
Yeah. It's basically a Pokemon to force people that want to collect every Pokemon to get Pokemon Go, I'll be real.
That's fine.
I actually think it is now possible to get a shiny Meltan by completing every single Sword and Shield Pokédex and registering to home. But you can't evolve it without putting it in Go. But you actually can't transfer things into Go.
But why would you want to evolve him? He's just a little guy, Josh.
Well, you know, for your like shiny decks.
Josh, he's just a little gentleman.
Now, for what it's worth, I basically have no idea what this Pokemon is or does. I think it does actually have like a feature in movie.
It's just a little guy.
It doesn't really seem legendary to me.
No. This is
What?
Like again, this is like a Pokemon that you would like catch in a cave. Like yeah. But it's
Melmetal might be a bit too big to be like a cave Pokemon, but
it's just
maybe like you catch like Meltan on like Victory Road and it evolves like 5 levels later into Melmetal.
Yeah, like a Metagross kind of thing.
For what it's worth, above all else, it is just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
I cannot deny that. High B?
Yeah,
Cosmo?
that seems
with
fair.
Cosmo?
Yeah, the little guy club. Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't care for Melmetal quite as much.
Its Evo is like
it is a natural progression.
Here's what I will say. I have a maybe like very mildly warm take is that I think it is essentially, visually speaking, a little bit better of a take on the Registeel concept. We got like a big swole iron dude.
That's maybe fair. For what it's worth, its body is like liquidy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
No, I know that.
Yeah, that is like malleable.
Yeah, it's steel. Like liquid mercury, metal kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I think
kind of cool.
Like, I don't love the design.
With Registeel?
Yeah, I think we can put him above the Reggies. She's solid.
Fair. It has a Gigantamax, which isn't on here, but Gigantamax is kind of not great.
I'm actually, like, maybe that's even too low. I like it, I just don't love it, which makes me want to put it in, like, B.
Maybe with,
like here?
No, it's not going above Heatran. I've grown too attached to Heatran.
Like here.
I think, like, with Cresselia.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Sword and Shield Wolves.
Zacian?
Yeah, thank you.
And Zamazenta.
I always forget the names of, because I named mine Sif.
They are some of the more complicated Pokemon names so far.
They are, but have you considered that they are a wolf with a sword and a wolf whose neck is a shield? I think it's kind of cool.
I've kind of had a turnaround on these guys, insofar as my initial reaction, like very initial reaction, which would have been when I was like 18 or 19. Zacian looks dumb. Why does he have a sword in his mouth? That's stupid. Zamazenta is the better one because the design is at least integrated into the body. Couple years have passed at this point. I wouldn't go as far as saying Zamazenta looks dumb, but I do think the shield integrated into the body is, like, not a design trait I would say works very well for a quadrupedal Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now I look at Zacian with a sword in his mouth, and it's like, dude, fuck yeah.
That's hard as fuck.
Dude,
yeah,
they give
absolutely.
a wolf a sword in the mouth?
Absolutely.
Awesome. You know?
Yeah. My opinion, Zacian is A, other one's B. That's where I'm at.
I think I could agree with that.
Yeah.
Just to throw some other thoughts out there.
Yeah.
It does kind of bother me that they have the same color scheme, except Zacians are just a bit more muted.
Yeah, that's a little odd, isn't it?
I actually think Zacians look better, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, their forms before they like transform are kind of the same thing as each other.
Mm-hmm.
But that's alright. Yeah, Zacian is probably honestly like
around there.
I honestly do think we could put it higher, maybe.
Look around here.
Yeah.
Do I like it more than maybe around?
That one's
here.
on you.
Maybe
I'll
that, you know.
I haven't caught it yet, so.
Zamazenta
is
like here,
I'm gonna
probably,
say,
right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in here.
Yeah, and I'm realizing.
Like,
do you like? I like Xerneas quite a bit more than Solgaleo. But
I don't.
Alright.
Solgaleo's a cool fucking lion.
And fucking Xerneas is a cool fucking deer.
Yeah, I like them about the same as each other.
Alright.
They're both
I like Xerneas notably more. Can we swap their places?
Okay, we can swap their places. That's fine.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say.
Okay.
Not like fucking.
Okay.
Can we fucking like? Can we put fucking Solgaleo in the Fiona tier? Like, come on. Right. Eternatus. Earlier we talked about third Pokemon. This is the most recent third Pokemon, but it's also not.
Eternatus.
It is objectively the third Pokemon, but it's not like related to.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with those two design-wise.
Like visually, fucking narratively, I don't even think there's much there.
They fight each other, don't they?
That they fight.
Yeah,
but not because they're like fated rivals, just because it's like, oh, Zacian and Zamazenta, the Guardians of the Galar region. By the way, we're going back to that legendary Pokemon as the specific regional entity. It's very cool. Fight off this big imposing threat. Sure. I don't actually know what the fuck the lore for Eternatus is supposed to be. Because it's another
used to know.
Not
Here's
like
the thing.
a Pokemon even a little bit thing.
Here's the thing.
It would fit right in with like Necrozma and the Ultra Beasts.
Yeah, here's the thing. Eternatus's role in Sword and Shield. I haven't finished Sword and Shield since they were new. That is evaporated from my mind. In my head, Eternatus is the final boss of Pokérogue, mostly. That is what I think of. That is what I think of Eternatus as. And Eternatus is actually like kind of cool in that role. He's like he does this whole thing. Pokérogue is very weird. It has this like honestly, I don't know if I'd quite say pretentious, but very like broad stroke mythical sort of story. Of like you becoming like the ultimate trainer to the point of like the obsession, because there's also like this kind of leaning on the fourth wall thing where Eternatus is sort of implicitly talking to like you the player. He does a really cool thing where he like at the start of the fight he's like, yes, I can see this is the, and then he reads a number that is like the total number of times anybody in Pokérogue has gotten to Eternatus if time you've been here. And then he fights you and he has like a bunch of bullshit. And it's a very tough fight. But it feels well earned when you win. All of this has really risen my opinion of Eternatus, who I did not super care for in his home games.
No, I mean that's extremely valid.
Yeah, like fan content does matter. He's
not your favorite Pokemon at all, obviously. But
no, but
there are any number of reasons for you to like a Pokemon. That is just one of many.
Yeah, I would put him in like a comfortable A tier, to be honest with you.
I personally do not like him like that much, obviously, but more than happy to like give A tier as well, to be fair. Yeah, I do genuinely like.
We'll put him fairly low in A tier, like maybe like here.
Yeah, you could put him above like Dialga and like Jirachi if you want. I actually don't mind.
Okay. Absolutely take that.
Yeah. It is a very different Pokemon, and I think it's a very good job at being a very different Pokemon.
So
I can't quite remember the lore, but hey.
Here's like a weird trend that this chart lays bare. There was a bit where we were just doing mythical Pokemon that is like an animal that wants to fight you, like a mammal that wants to fight you. We got this guy, we got this guy, we got this guy, and we got this guy, which is like the same guy twice.
Not mythical.
Yeah,
but
like somebody at Game Freak is really like, I want to fucking fist fight a gorilla. Like, it's just, I don't get it, but I kind of respect the freak in a sense. I don't really like any of these Pokemon, but it's somebody really wants to fist fight a monkey. I don't know what to tell you, Josh. They need that in their life. They need to physically have an altercation with the primate that is non-human. I did just say primate instead of primate, yes.
Well, no, that's alright.
Primate, by the way, a much better execution of this idea. Not to be,
Also, you would do it in a fight for sure.
Oh yeah, no, primate would murder, like actually fully kill you. To be fair, probably so would a chimp. Like, chimps are nasty.
I know. I know, Zarud.
Sandstorm.
In-game event.
Sorry.
I meant to say Zarud, I think.
Sorry.
Did I say Darud?
No, it's just I sorry.
I know.
I'm a millennial. Sorry.
I ran out of stamina.
That's alright.
You can tell it's 2 a.m.
Yeah, we've been recording this video for nearly 3 hours. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Season fucking finale indeed.
Yeah, right. Okay. Zarud, event distribution only, no in-game storytelling. The only place that you're going to get characterization on this is in, I believe, the last Pokemon movie. I don't think they made one after the Zarud one. I actually will double check that. Because,
that's fair. While you're doing that, I want to ask you a very serious question. Feel free to say no, but I feel like I need to at least float the possibility. There have only been a couple of legendary Pokemon added since this chart was made. Do we want to just do those too? Just to be comprehensive?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay. I'll grab JPEGs in a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, Zarud, is only in Pokemon Movie 23, Secrets of the Jungle. That is its only appearance, ever.
Secrets of the Jungle, it's home to
okay, only appearance ever, as in, like, in fucking
in the
anime.
like the ancillary,
don't
the
actually know if
visual
it's
media,
in any like TV episodes or whatever.
And also, if you're gonna come in the comments and be like, actually, in chapter 5203 of Pokemon Special, no one cares.
Nobody reads Pokemon manga. If you're commenting that 3 hours in this video, drink seawater.
Like, figure it out.
Yeah. Should we just put this fucker beside Zeraora?
Yeah.
It goes above it. I like its design more.
Yeah, definitely. I am tempted to just make like a fighting monkey tier, but I shouldn't. And
we don't need to.
We don't need to, but like fighting monkey.
Yeah.
Actually, I will say I like Zoru's design a bit more than that.
Zarud.
Did I say Darude?
You said Zorua.
Huh. Well, that's just completely wrong. Okay.
That's just a better fucking Pokemon.
Yeah, that's just a different and cooler Pokemon. List. You know what? Never mind. Fuck you. Stay there.
Cubfu.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Cubfu. I haven't played the DLC that it's like primarily starring in.
But he is a little guy.
The thing with Cubfu is you actually do spend quite a bit of time with it throughout the DLC in order to evolve it into your little Urshifu. But I don't actually know what it's like about, because it's...
Well, it's a little guy.
It's another,
Okay, it is a fighting mammal.
Pokemon are weird in lore because of the fact that there are technically multiples of many of them, even in instances where that doesn't really make sense. A lot of these are species such that you can see multiple of them existing, but usually mythical Pokemon, it seems like there only ever exists one at a time. Cubfu is a Pokemon that only ever appears to really exist one at a time, but it is also just a Pokemon that just like a guy just gives you. And then you just evolve it. Yeah. And it's like, okay, that's weird, right? I get making Pokemon that are interesting enough to be the star of the DLC, but does this technically qualify? It's like, it's weird. That is a question that I don't really have the answer to. Game Freak
here's my explanation for you. Okay, do you want a no prize explanation? A lot of the Pokemon regions are based on different regions of the real world. We have never had a Pokemon region that is like an equivalent of China. My headcanon, born of nothing but circumstance, is that this Pokemon is from there, and the reason that it's treated with significance in Galar is because Galar is far from wherever that is.
Sure.
There you go.
Maybe.
Just write it, Game
Might
Freak.
not could be
Keep the
something.
check. I don't need the check. Just, I got you.
I mean,
It's
you know,
fine.
they can give you the check. I'm sure you'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I would appreciate the check. I don't require the check.
Yeah. Cuphead itself is like...
It's a little guy.
It's not like a great little guy, though. To me, it's like
It's a little
B-ish.
guy. Yeah, no, yeah, B. We can put it like
Yeah,
in the lower
like-
B. That's fine. But it's a little guy. I want to
Yeah.
put him next to Shaman.
Stop putting things above Genesect.
It's better than Genesect.
It's not better than
It
Genesect.
is. It's a little guy.
Okay, here's the thing. If you want to put it beside Shaman, then you're putting Genesect above Shaman.
Well, that breaks up the whole... I would actually rather do this, because that, like, breaks up the
Dude,
whole...
I'll take that as well.
Fine. That's fine.
Nice. Right, okay, we're treating Urshifu as the same fucking Pokemon, and we're only doing one of these. The other can... We're not... Just ignore it.
We'll just, like, put it next to it. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even want to do that, because visually that's like there's 2 of 1 Pokemon in there.
It is strange. I will concede to
Yeah.
you that it's strange, but that's how the tiers are rated. So...
Who the fuck is, like, making a legendary and mythical Pokemon tier list, and it's like, yeah, I really don't like Urshifu Rapid Strike nearly as much as Urshifu, the other one, that people don't use.
Fighting Mammal, I think it's a little better than this, but it's worse than this. So...
Okay,
Whoop,
the
that's
only
not it.
reason I'm tempted to, like, argue there is because I know what Urshifu does, and it has a signature move that goes for Protect and is a guaranteed critical hit and hits 3 times 25 base power each 100 accuracy.
Do you want me to put it above this, then? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Specifically, the one that's, I think...
Which one is it?
Yeah, I'm double checking.
Yeah, yeah. Here's the fucking riddle for... I got a riddle for you. Which one is it? Twist. You don't know.
Okay, right. The one standing on one leg goes higher. The one below it can go behind Zarud.
Okay.
They'll sandwich. Look, they look ready to fucking knock Zarud into the fucking
This
ground.
looks like an art installation. Yeah, meet me at 5 o'clock by the 3 Monkeys statue. That one's like more of a bear than a monkey, but whatever.
The Reggies that are going to place higher than the other Reggies.
Yeah. I like Regieleki, and I really like Regidrago.
That's interesting. I like Regieleki. I don't really care about Regidrago.
Regidrago, okay.
Regieleki is funny because it's the fastest Pokemon by like a country fucking mile.
I mean, it's lightning. It's lightning fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes sense.
It's not even the only Pokemon described as lightning fast, though, and it is
but it's like,
faster than...
It's literally lightning fast.
Yeah. I kind of just like the design, though. It's weird, right? Because Rock, Stone... Nope. Rock, Steel, and Ice are all, like, physical matter that exists in, like, a permanent, tangible state. Such that, yeah, of course, those would be golems.
Mm-hmm.
Electricity isn't.
And dragon energy certainly isn't.
For what it's worth, I don't feel so strongly about these guys that they would go that high for me. I would put Regieleki probably like bottom A and Regidrago like mid B. Okay. But of course, throw me your...
Yeah, let me hit you with this. I really...
Hey, sorry, hold on. Before you fucking finish, I did just notice that Calyrex is here, but neither of the horses are.
Yeah, that's weird.
Alright, yeah.
We can add those, I guess.
Regieleki.
Regidrago is the one that I am very fond of, because I like the idea of dragonness being like an abstract force. This is a thing that some other franchises have dabbled with, in some cases much more successfully than Pokemon. Famously, there was like not famously, I don't know why I said that, this is actually a very deep pull. There was like a black hole dragon in like somewhat notable early homebrew D&D stuff that is like this weird like pentagon shaped thing. I like stuff like that. It's cool to me. So that is why Regidrago gets a lot of points for me. I would put both of these guys probably in A. So I think we can maybe, like you said, bottom of A for Regieleki.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah, we can just put them both here. I think this is fine.
Sure, I'm alright with
Yeah.
that.
The Galarian legendary birds. I
Yeah, so
really
we start
like
with
all of these designs.
Articuno.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
like
um,
Articuno is already a really good design. Galarian
it's weird. It's the
Articuno.
one that's changed the least.
Yeah, like
Um,
they knew that they didn't really have to fuck with it that much to make it fucking slap harder than God.
yeah,
So they just were like, what if it was purple and it had like a
yeah.
crest, and also it could
I'm
like kill people by staring at them or something?
I'm gonna call this like very high A.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
It feels bad, but
Yeah,
I see
yeah,
it. To be
yeah.
fair. Uh,
The other
Zapdos
two,
by far the most drastic change.
yeah. Zapdos,
But kind of insane. I really like it actually.
I
Uh,
what is the typing on this guy again?
I don't even. I think it's got fighting in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it electric fighting?
Fighting flying.
Fighting flying. Okay. Um. Cool.
Also has Defiant, which is just awesome.
Yeah. A cool Pokemon. It's my least favorite of the three, but that's like such a that's not an insult. They're all really good. They cooked. All three of the Galarian birds are really good.
Yeah.
I would put Galarian Zapdos maybe like the middle of A. It's the least good, but it's still really good.
That's probably fair. Like below the Tapus, above Eternatus.
Yeah, that's that's absolutely fair.
And then Moltres, like, here's the thing.
Horizons.
A, Horizons. B, it's black and red. We all like black and red.
It's
got specifically black and this like pink crimson.
Yeah.
It is just cool.
It's fucking dope as shit.
Also, the other thing is, like, Moltres is just a bird with parts on fire. For Galar Moltres, they fully, like, integrated that completely into the design. Like, every part of this is with consideration for the fact that this is, like, top of A.
Yeah.
If not...
Well, I'm gonna put it behind... S? I'm gonna put it behind Articuno. Right. I think that's fair, right?
I think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Okay, Calyrex.
Yeah.
Look,
give me a second. Let me pull up Bulbapedia.
Mm-hmm.
There's like
so
two.
You need...
Okay.
Yeah, you need the two horses.
List of mythical Pokemon.
I'm also looking up.
These are technically legendary, I guess. My bad.
Okay, no. Okay, right. You need Glastrier and Spectrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think these just all use the same... Okay, yeah, everything here uses the, just normal key art for it.
Yeah, no worries. I am grabbing the page art, don't worry.
Yeah, you do also, unfortunately...
Yeah, no,
Enamorous.
Yep, don't worry.
Yep. Okay, now here's the thing. Gen 9 is a bit harder, because of Paradox Pokemon.
We're not doing those.
Yeah, well, Paradox Pokemon don't count.
Yeah.
The Masks of Ruin, or whatever the fuck they're called, obviously.
The Treasures of Ruin.
Yes. Yeah. Wolchan, Paltang, Lucia, Koraidon, Miraidon. Walking Wick and Iron Leaves, did they count?
No.
Okay, that means
I'm leaving it up to Bulbapedia. If they're not on the page, they don't count. If they are, they do. Let me take a look.
Well, because what page is it?
List of legendary Pokemon.
Okay, and mythical though. You need legendary and mythical.
Yeah, no, I'm doing them separately, but yeah, like, yeah, those pages. Uridon. I'm just gonna add like a full half hour to the video, whatever.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, it's the season finale. We gotta go all in.
Yeah.
Okidogi, Munkidori, and Fazandipity.
What's
Fazandipity.
Ogre Pawn and Terrapagos, of course.
Yeah.
And Hatcherunt as well.
Yeah. That's Hatcherunt is mythical, yeah?
Yes.
Right.
Should be. It's a fucking distribution type thing anyway, so.
Yeah.
Are you sure we don't want to count the fucking...
Yes.
You're sure? Because
yes,
look, I know it will add on to the video length, but I think Walking Wake, Iron Leaves, and the other ones definitely should count. They are only available once per save file for the later two. The initial two only are obtainable during events. That pretty much is how mythical Pokemon work. Like, you know.
But if we do Walking Wake and Iron Leaves, then we got to do the one that's like based on Entei and the one that's based on Raikou.
Charging Fire, Raging Bull, Iron Boulder, Iron Crown.
Yeah.
That's only 6 more Pokemon.
That's
we'll be quick.
So many.
All we're gonna say is the worst versions of existing Pokemon.
Fine. I actually like Walking Wake quite a lot, to be honest with you.
We'll get there.
Yeah. I'm having to look all these up individually because I don't have them listed on the page. So if I miss one, too bad.
I'll make sure.
Yeah, Gouging Fire. And then it's what? Iron Leaves.
Iron
Crown?
Yeah. Iron Leaves, Iron Crown, Iron Boulder.
Iron Boulder.
Effectively, you should have the free Johto dogs, but as dinosaurs, and the free Musketeers, but as robots.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got the box legendaries, you got the Treasures of Ruin, you got Fezandipity and Friends, you got Ogerpon, Terrapagos, Petrunt.
Yeah. Okay. Browse.
Terrapagos is our normal type, except no, because it's, stellar type.
Fuck me, dude. That's a fair bit more Pokemon.
Look, we'll get there.
We'll be fine. Also, it didn't really upload these in any coherent order, which is
get the horses, then get an Amorous.
An Amorous, and then the Ruin treasures, and then the 3 that have like the chain things on them. The ones that are like primitive whatever versions of the Johto dogs, and then these 3 can go after that. And then
the other one is beside Koraidon. Second last one.
Thank you. Those 2 are in the proper order. Ogerpon and Terrapagos can be their own thing. Petrunt can be there. I think we're sorted. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
All right. Calyrex looks stupid.
I think Calyrex looks stupid as fuck as well.
Yeah.
It has such long, spindly legs. It has no fucking arms, and it has that big, stupid crown. The question is just: is it bottom of C or is it in D?
I think it's C because it has a kind of charm to it. On the other hand, though, they had Orbeetle in the same gen, which is another Pokemon with a big fucking head, and I like that one a lot better. So,
yeah, Orbeetle's pretty sick. Yeah, I honestly I'm thinking D.
We'll do D.
Yeah. I think
the Ice
both
Horse.
The horses are like fine. The Ghost one is better, but I feel like these 2 kind of just go beside each other, and they're in like.
This is another one where I'm like, these could be normal Pokemon. Especially
the reason
the Ice
they're
Horse.
not normal is because they're like associated with Calyrex
but
Calyrex rides them.
but who gives a fuck?
That's it.
It's like,
you know what? You want to fucking put them in B with the Pokemon that could be normal Pokemon?
Yeah. Are
Here's
we
my
sure
theory, right?
we don't want a tier for this?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Here's my thing, by the way, real quick. Spectre is the coolest. He can go above Keldeo.
Sure. Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah. No, not above Heatran. Heatran is the leader of the pack, okay?
That's true. These guys, like, they meet every Sunday for coffee. There's like a little friend group.
We're making a new tier.
Like,
we're making a new tier.
Yeah. I don't want to, but you're right.
Their exit art.
Yeah. No, I remember.
And you know what you're doing. Make it pink. The worst one. Cool. Right. Who remembers the names of all the treasures of runes?
I feel like such a dick because they're just like 2 syllables each, and I also never caught any of them, so maybe I have an excuse. But
I caught all of them, which makes it worse.
All right. Well.
Okay. No, hold on. I'll fucking give us it. Right. Okay. The fish is Chiyu.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fish is
best of
like. No, I don't actually.
You don't like a fish?
No. Okay. I'll tell you the best of them in a second.
Snow leopard.
No, actually, I like a Wochien, I believe, my slug boy.
Okay, I mean that would have been my third guess. It would have been wild if it was this one, because this one's just kind of.
That's nobody's favorite.
Yeah.
I think Chiyu is fine. It is a fiery fish. It doesn't really look that Pokemon-y. But not in a way where I'm
true,
this
but like
sucks.
yeah. I think it's
probably like low B for me.
Fair. That's absolutely fair. I will not
like above the Ansu, but probably like below Palkia.
That's fair.
Maybe above Palkia. This one.
Like, the Treasures of Ruin are 3 pretty good designs, and then one that is just kind of boring.
Okay, yeah, this is Ting Lu. I kind of can't even get a read on what Ting Lu actually is.
It's like
because it's built so weirdly.
If you look at it from the front, it makes a little more sense. It kind of looks like this guy, but it's got a bowl on its head.
Yeah.
Which,
I'll be real. This one is so nothing to me that it's either like second bottom of C, maybe even bottom of C, or in D.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, fair. This should be.
I like the snow.
Qianpao. Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Qianpao, Dark Ice, one fighting type move, but that's alright. Qianpao's pretty cool. I think most people kind of like Qianpao. We could put it like a bit higher up in the tier, I think, honestly. Maybe like above like fucking Necrozma, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. It's fine. It's got a solid design.
Mm-hmm.
Also doesn't look that Pokemon-y, but it works for this one.
I think it looks pretty Pokemon-y.
Oh yeah. It's more like
you put that next to like Zangoose, and you're like, yeah, okay, I get it.
You would fucking fuck up a Zangoose.
I mean, yeah, but
yeah,
the Zangoose has like Brick Break or something, so don't worry about it.
Oh, that's a good point. Right, I love this guy.
I have like very few strong opinions on this Pokemon, so like elaborate on that. Speak on that for me.
Okay, here's the thing,
if you don't
right?
Mind. Yeah.
Snails kind of just go.
That is true. They do locomote.
Well done. And this snail, with its like kind of weird, almost like triangular shell that doesn't really cover that much, and then its leafy like rest of the body, it's just like different and interesting to me. Yeah. That's about all. Plus it's grass type, and I like the grass type. I would probably still only put it in like high-ish B tier. Um,
Fair.
yeah,
Fair.
like below Genesect. Yeah, like that. Uh, nice. God, it feels like we've got so many left all of a sudden again.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's crazy
right.
how that works.
Fucking, I'm gonna get to
Walking
bed
Wake.
eventually.
Walking Wake is the only one of the revised Johto dogs where I think its design is just good. I don't think it's as good or
No,
iconic as
it's not
Suicune,
touching Suicune,
but
but
like a solid like upper B tier. I think like we put it like here or somewhere like that.
yeah, I think it can go above like fucking Cosmog, honestly.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah, I like. It's a good adaptation of
Oops,
Suicune into this fucking form, and I like the fact that
that was
Suicune's like
probably
ribbons have
loud as
become.
fuck on the viewer's end. Sorry about that, folks.
Oh, it's fine for me, so we should be okay. Um,
Um,
yeah, gouging fire.
like I like
Here's
the
the thing.
concept, but hmm.
It has just had like a fairly prominent focus in the anime, which helps it a
Oh,
little bit for me.
spoilers. Yeah, I
No, I'm
haven't
not
caught
gonna.
up.
You already know that they're chasing it though.
Dude. Oh yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
do. I'm a dumbass. Never mind.
yeah, but its actual design is a bit. I don't get the crown, like.
Well, okay. What I think they wanted to go for is like they kind of made it look like a Triceratops or like a
Yeah,
Ceratops, like a one of them
but it's a
kind of
bit too ornate
dinosaurs.
looking.
Like that. Well, not even that because that's honestly kind of true to life if you look at some of the more obscure dinosaurs in that family. But like, it's just like why did you do that to Entei? Like it feels like sort of two designs that don't quite work together.
Right, that's fair. I'd probably put it like high C.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, this
Raging
one is
Bolt.
so fucking stupid that I'm like, it's actually sort
It's so
of
fucking
brilliant.
stupid that everybody loves it.
It's art. It's what
The
it is.
Raikou, like thundercloud on the back, has turned into like a fucking bizarre neck UFO.
Yeah.
It looks like the tall necks from fucking Horizon, you know?
Shit, it does. I
Yeah.
haven't thought about that game in a fucking minute.
Oh, I've never played it. I like the tall necks because of the Lego figure of them that I don't own, but I kind of want
There's
to.
a
Even though
Horizon. Sorry, stop the video. There's a
okay, Jane,
Lego Horizon Zero Dawn set.
there is a Lego Horizon Zero Dawn set. You can build a tall neck. It genuinely looks great. I'm going to send it to you, as in a photo of the Lego tall neck. I am not going to send you the spec because if I had the
Aw.
ability to send you the set,
You would buy it
I
for
would be
yourself, yeah.
fucking buying one for myself.
I understand.
Yeah. Now, Jane, just for the record, if you're that surprised about learning there is a Lego Horizon set, were you not aware of the fact that there is a Lego Horizon game?
No? What the hell?
Lego Horizon Adventure for PS4, PS5, PC,
Y'all, look
maybe,
at
and
this fucking
Nintendo
thing.
Switch.
This isn't about Pokemon anymore, but just like look at this thing. This is fucking awesome. Like I don't even.
Yeah.
I'm gonna disclose something. I don't really like
I've never
Horizon
played this game.
Zero
I don't give
Dawn.
a fuck about
Like
it.
I have played it. I think it's kind of not that good. That's fine. That's other people like it. They're entitled to their opinion. It's not a big deal. This is just like an awesome fucking robot design.
Yeah.
I
No,
want
absolutely.
this really badly.
Me too.
Actually, but you know, the minifig I can kind of take or leave. Everything else, I'm like, yeah.
But no,
Anyway,
yeah, there is a Lego
yeah.
Horizon game. It's on Switch,
All right,
by the way.
yeah.
Normal Horizon is on Switch.
Yeah.
And yeah, Raikou looks like a tall neck.
So top of S, we're thinking. No, but like, yeah, like, yeah.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Are these guys going in like low C?
Okay, so I kind of like Iron Leaves, actually, if I can speak my piece on this. I just think the color scheme looks cool, and it being so sleek makes more sense as a robot than it does as an actual, like, living creature.
I'm gonna say above Verizon.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna put it here, if that's fine with you.
It's not.
Alright, well, how about here?
That's fine with me. Pavilion is
The other
it
two
honestly goes about even.
I don't really care about
I feel like
these ones.
Iron Crown goes below Cobalion, and then Iron Boulder goes above Terrakion by like
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
They're squaring off. Holy shit.
You know, epic
Right.
rap battles of history is about to commence right there.
Terrapagos. We're
He's
both watching the Pokemon anime. Terrapagos is all over the
he's
place.
just
Adorable.
a little guy.
Little guy that can turn into a very big
Also,
guy.
uh,
Not that big a guy.
like to get into some personal life stuff very briefly.
Yeah.
I got a new girlfriend recently, and she really
Nice.
likes turtles, and that has made me appreciate turtles significantly more than I already did, and I already quite liked turtles. So,
Terrapagos is a turtle.
Terrapagos is
He's
a
named after
turtle.
the Galapagos turtles.
Mm-hmm.
And Terra.
Yeah.
Have you beat the DLC yet?
No.
Do you care about
I have
spoilers?
seen the fluffy version, though.
No, I'm not talking about the fluffy version. I'm talking some other spoilers.
Oh. I feel like if I was gonna beat the DLC, I would have done it already, so sure, go ahead, shoot.
You throw a Master Ball at... No, sorry. Kieran throws a Master Ball at this thing because he's that pissed off that you're about to surpass him again. Then Terrapagos breaks out of the Master Ball.
That's fucking peak. That's
That was
really
maybe...
good. That's awesome.
I'm not even fucking kidding. S.
Yeah.
With
No.
that moment in mind...
Terrapagos is, like...
They did
He's the ultimate little guy. Yeah, where are we going? Where are we going?
Fucking... Here's the thing, okay? I've not had enough time with him to put him, like, above anybody else in this tier.
Okay.
So he's bottom
That's
of S
fine.
right now.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
I do like Terrapagos a lot. And that fucking moment playing that DLC was insane. Fucking insane. The visual of... Here's the thing, Jen. It's not just that Terrapagos breaks out of a Master Ball. It's that the Master Ball physically snaps in fucking half. It's awesome.
Kieran,
it's so cool.
Really
Kieran
does go through it up and down the length of those DLCs. Huh?
Don't come to Blueberry Academy tomorrow.
God. Okay, Ogerpon.
Ogerpon.
He's just a little guy.
She 100% female, by the way.
Women can be little guys.
No, I know. I was just saying that as just like a matter of fact.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Real quick, just on Ogerpon, the three fucking little cunts, and Petsaron. All of these are like one of a kind, but they are also just like things that kind of like the backstory is that Ogerpon is just like a Pokemon, and these three guys are just a dick to her for no reason. And Petsaron's like the leader of the bunch. You know her well, and it's like
she is shaped like a fruit with a shell.
Why? Yeah. I don't get that in terms of lore, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, it's like based off of a folktale, isn't it?
It is based off of a folktale. It's just weird when they do those one-of-a-kind Pokemon, but the Pokemon isn't actually like, like a deity. Ogerpon's just like a thing, but one of a kind, and bullied by these three little shits. But I do like Ogerpon, like. Very top. The figure of Ogerpon is I could go like anywhere in the range of like the very top of B to the very top of like A.
Yeah, no, I think high A. I'm thinking like here, honestly.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Yeah,
Celebi feels crazy. But
I like
Ogerpon
better than Celebi. I'll say it.
I probably do as well.
I'm saying it.
Fucking right. I'm gonna be real, I don't like these guys.
They're fine, yeah.
Of the bunch,
them
this first one, whom I think is like... I think this is No, Monkey.
No, the first one's Okidogi, second one's
Okay.
Munkidori, and the third one is...
Serendipity.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna say Okidogi. No,
Okidogi.
I didn't retain that. The second one is my
Munkidori.
least favorite.
That is
by far.
correct, I would say.
Bottom of D tier.
Bottom!
Yeah,
okay.
Honest to God,
wow.
I like the later more.
Like, I don't have any opinions on this Pokemon. So
I might actually like it less than Fiona, honestly. Because the thing is, like, Fiona sucks, but isn't, like, viscerally unpleasant to look at. Okidogi is... Okidogi is the new bottom of D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, no, hold on. I like it better than... I'll like...
Don't put it above Landorus. Do not put it above Landorus. The other two, sure, but do not fucking put it above Landorus.
Okay.
Good. Serendipity is the best of the bunch.
You know him
It's not great, it's just the most, like, not ugly. So that's, bottom of C.
Alright. I'll put it above that, though.
I wouldn't, personally.
Pecharunt is kind of an interesting design, I think.
Pecharunt is unique and kind of fun. And it inspired an odd wave of fan art, but that's okay.
Wait, what?
Oh, do you know the story of that?
What do you mean by that? No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It just kind of hypnotizes people and makes them do a weird dance.
So anyway,
Pecharunt is like neat, but not like great. I would probably put it above Marshadow, honestly, in C.
I would put it a little higher, but I don't care enough to like argue with you, to be honest.
Fair. Well, we are going on like what fucking
the most recent and final, like as of the moment of this recording.
How long have we been here?
We've been here for 3.5 hours.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Season finale. You could have watched 2 films in the time it's taken you to watch this video. I hope you just had it on in the background while doing something else.
No, they were staring. I hope that you were watching, like, full fucking never blinking.
With a bucket of
your
popcorn.
eyes to be, like, bloodshot.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a fun little thing. You're a Pokemon Violet player. Yeah. I'm a Pokemon Scarlet player. These games give you your big dog at the start of the game.
Yeah.
And you can't not grow to love them.
I do love Miraidon a lot.
I love Miraidon.
Can I say, I think these are the best box legendaries they've had since Gen 3? Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, actually, they are not. They are.
I like Reshiram a lot. I think as a pair, yes, they're the best.
They're
like Gen 3.
They contrast each other so well. They've got cool, fun typings. You can ride them around the world.
Yeah,
they're your buddies.
Different forms. It's just fucking go and change throughout the game.
Yeah.
Also, we are again at a point where what box legendary actually means for the Pokemon is a little bit different. As is sort of understood, these Pokemon aren't necessarily anything ultra special. It's just that they are sort of the apex predator of their respective time. And of course, they're also the same Pokemon. Just like centuries, millennia.
Well, I mean, they're the same
apart.
Pokemon in the way that, like, we are primates. It's like, it's like a...
Yeah.
You know.
But in the modern day, Cyclizar exists, and
it's just kind of there.
Miraidon, and in the future it's Miraidon.
Cyclizar is so funny for a... Like,
Cyclizar is weird. It's normal dragon. It's base 500, and you can catch it at the start of the game. It's actually a really fucking strong Pokemon.
Yeah, but like it's
but
just...
what?
you know.
Come on. Also, who wants a normal dragon? Just don't do that.
I mean,
Stop giving things a fighting type weakness.
Hey, I like Drampa.
Everybody loves Drampa.
Yeah.
Why did they give him a fighting type weakness?
Well, it's because he's fluffy.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm glad you could see things my way. Anyway, these both go in S, in my opinion.
I think intrinsically they have to go together wherever they go. Just we both like R1 about as much as each other.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I like
also
Koraidon
think
too.
Miraidon is pretty cool, and you just said you like Koraidon as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
those are my
dudes.
dudes.
Can go in S. Yeah. Honestly. Just
like
put them at the bottom for now, and then I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah.
Cause God, I'm seeing them. I'm thinking about where I want them, and now thinking like, God, Pokemon is weird.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, nostalgia is a real thing, and things that you have liked for a long time, it does feel weird to actually like contend with them. Such that I feel weird saying like, yeah, man, Koraidon's better than like Deoxys or something. I could believe that, but do I want to challenge myself like that?
I actually will go ahead and just say that is correct. I have a placement for you. I think it's right here. Not there. Here.
Okay. But put Koraidon with him.
Yeah.
I think put Koraidon...
Look, we both like them, and I'm the one with the Tiermaker, and I played Violet, so Miraidon's going first. They're symbolically they're in the same spot. It's a formal thing.
Question: is Rayquaza going to the top? You know what? I'm actually gonna say this is legendary and mythical tier list. We put the best legendary at the top and the best mythical in second place.
Best mythical being, in our opinion, Mew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rayquaza and Mewtwo can swap places. That's fine. I'm not thrilled with it, but that's okay.
I mean, I don't necessarily think I want this either. I was just asking to pause it.
Here's
the thing. Mewtwo was like my main in Smash 4. Okay, I love that guy.
Yeah, no, absolutely fair. The thing is, like, Rayquaza being the best legendary they've come up with is like, it's not literally objectively true, but it, like,
it does feel like it sometimes.
Yeah, like, hey,
they did good with it.
Yeah, like, what do you like? It's
right. Let's do a big dramatic scroll and not actually change anything else because
it's late.
Like 4 hours. God, look at all these Pokemon that we ranked.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I feel more or less like confident with this. Like, I don't feel like I had to make too many compromises. I don't know if you feel like you did either.
Not really.
Genesect and B tier is the only thing where I'm a bit like, alright, come on.
Hey, same.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, it's fine.
Otherwise, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can wrap it up now.
Like, all I'm gonna say.
To take this long, but
no,
two Pokemon fans.
You know, yeah.
I asked them to talk about only like. How many Pokemon is this?
A decent amount. I'm not gonna count them.
It's not even like 100.
No, it's not. Like if we were here ranking every Pokemon, we'd be here for like a solid day or two.
More than that.
Yeah. All this just to end up with like, I don't know, Alakazam at number 1. Here's that's me. That's not you. Normally we end these things with I would say a cheeky sign off. What I am gonna say is this is probably the last one of these we're gonna do for a while. I've been not feeling physically great the past couple weeks. And I've got some stuff going on.
I'm gonna level you, right? Jade and I are supposed to be watching Uma Musume Season 3 right now.
That's also true.
Yeah. You got a fucking 4-hour video. stop bitching. Watch this while you go to sleep. Realize that you only got about half an hour in. Start it again, but like 25 minutes in, because you don't quite remember where you stopped as you go to sleep. And just slowly, incrementally work your way through. And hear two people that you've never met in your life, unless you're in Mudcourt, talk about Pokemon that you probably don't agree with their takes on.
Yeah. Like,
Subscribe.
I don't want to sign off just yet because I feel like I like
that was too much of an endeavor
genuinely
to just,
like if you have watched all or some of these videos, thanks. We kind of just started doing them on a whim. It's probably going to be the last one for a while, maybe ever, depending on various factors. So you know, season finale, as I've been saying. Just like let us know what you thought of them. Like, even if you're just like, you guys are fucking morons. Like, I just like to
if you
hear
call
from
us fucking
people.
morons, I'm gonna like scream at you in the comments. I'm going to call you
Yeah.
horrible things.
Yeah. Josh is less
Fight me
chill
in the
than I am.
comments.
Josh is less chill than I am. That's okay.
If we get hate comments, I'm fighting back. Sorry that we're like better than you.
Anyway,
if you leave a hate comment, then leave a further comment with a link to you doing this same thing, and I promise you I will watch it to completion.
I won't, but Josh will.
I will. And I will leave hate comments.
Alright, I think
you
we're...
fucking idiot, put Cresselia in S tier? I'm gonna stab your dad.
There is no one on Earth who's putting Cresselia in S tier. Fucking come on.
And if they do, I'll stab their dad.
Subscriber will fuck your dad up. Goodbye.
Bye.